shapes, both natural and lab grown. We are here to make it perfect and easy for you. Let's get that yes, our beautiful rings for your perfect moment. Trust us to have it ready for Christmas. We're excited to see you. We're on the corner of 1st and 21st, downtown Saskatoon. GMG, what a jewelry store should be.
When it comes to high-quality printing services, look no further than Linda's Printing Place in Saskatoon. Offering a wide range of printing services, their team of experienced professionals will work to bring your vision to life, ensuring your finished products exceed expectations. And with their competitive pricing and quick turnaround times, you can't go wrong with Linda's Printing Place. Call today to learn more about how they can help your business succeed. lindasprinting.ca, where printing is their middle name. Linda's Printing, for all your printing needs.
Blade City. This is the home of your Blades. CJWW.
Less than 4.5 minutes until opening face-off tonight. The Blades playing host to the Red Deer Rebels. Keys to the game time, a presentation of Sutherland Radiator, the small-town family-run shop in the big city. Adam Ermitra, what have you got for keys to the game tonight?
Yeah, thanks, Leston, for the Red Deer Rebels. I know that there's been a lot of injuries for them this year. Probably their best forward, Kaylin Lind, has only played 5 games after an early season injury and then a couple games of a suspension too. So the Rebels come into this game only scoring 72 goals this year. That's second worst in the whole WHL, just to the Regina Pats. So for the Blades, I don't think that changes a whole lot defensively. You think, maybe come in, take a team for granted a little bit. But for the Blades, it obviously starts in your own end tonight. And then Chase Woodsky's really had some success against the Blades in the past this year in their lone meeting as well. So you got to get pucks and bodies to him. He's got a .319 goals against average, which isn't the best, but a .904 save percentage, which would indicate that those are actually pretty good numbers. So for the Blades, I would like to see a little more chemistry, specifically between the Lazowski, Reich, and Tyler Parr line. I thought Saturday was a bit of a rough night for them, but I would like to see them getting back to making plays in the offensive zone.
All right, keys to the game with Adam Ermitra, brought to you by Sutherland Radiator, the small-town family-run shop in the big city. Your lineup changes for tonight. First of all, for the homestanding Saskatoon Blades, head coach Dan De Silva, assistant coach Andrew Sarr. They have 2 players out with upper body injuries, both up front, Hudson Kibblewhite and Willie James. And the coach's decisions are healthy scratches are defenseman Cameron Seitzma and right winger Vlastimil Blazek. For the Red Deer Rebels, head coach Dave Strush, assistant coaches Mike Egner and Clayton Beddoes. They have out of the lineup due to upper body injuries defenseman Matteo Fabrizi, captain and center Ollie Josephson, and right winger Jet Larson. Right winger Kasper Pikkarainen is out indefinitely with a lower body injury, and young right winger 16-year-old Nolan Schmidt is a coach's decision tonight. Those are the lineup changes. Your out-of-town scoreboard, a presentation of All West Sales Rosetown, Highway 7 West. See all their agriculture products and services at allwestsales.ca. This is one of 3 games tonight in the Western Hockey League. The others, Medicine Hat at Swift Current starts same time as our game. And then later on, 9 o'clock out in Langley, BC, the Vancouver Giants playing host to the Regina Pats. In the National Hockey League tonight, just 4 games. Chicago leads Boston 1-0 midway through the first period, and midway through the first, Nashville ahead of Toronto 1-0. Still to come later on, Dallas in Los Angeles, and Anaheim at home to Vegas. And there's action in the Professional Women's Hockey League tonight, with Minnesota and Boston scoreless after 1 period, and New York leading Montreal 1-0 after the first period of play. It's the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by All West Sales Rosetown, Highway 7 West. See all their agriculture products and services at allwestsales.ca. Your starting skaters for tonight, a presentation of Berg's Plumbing and Heating. Need a tankless water heater? Book 'em, Dano, a Sask Energy Network member. Starting skaters for the Saskatoon Blades tonight: at center, Ben Reich, the right winger Tyler Parr, the left winger Brandon Lazowski, and on defense, Captain Ben Saunderson along with Tanner Molendyk. For the Red Deer Rebels, their starting skaters on defense are Derek Thurston and Dmitry Toporowski. At center, Samuel Dranchak, the right winger Carson Burney, and the left winger is Kaylin Lind. Those are the starting skaters, brought to you by Berg's Plumbing and Heating. Need a tankless water heater? Book 'em, Dano, a Sask Energy Network member. Your officials for tonight's game, the referees, are Bob Millett and Tarrington Wyanzik. Devin Thiessen and Justin Primo are the linesmen, and Derek Blosky is the video official. And your starting goaltenders, a presentation of GoalTech, providing expert training for all ages, plus top brand name equipment and equipment repair. GoalTech, your goaltending specialists. In goal for the Saskatoon Blades, to my broadcast right, making his first home ice start since joining the team, is Ethan McCallum. 18-year-old out of Brandon is making his 8th appearance of the season. 1 win, 2 losses, an extra time loss, a goals against average of 4.48, and a save percentage of 84.1%. With the Blades, this is his 3rd appearance, 1 loss, 1 extra time loss, a goals against of 5.33, and a save percentage of 84.9%. And at the other end of my left for the Red Deer Rebels, it's Chase Wutzke in goal out of Debden, Saskatchewan, a 5th-round pick of the Minnesota Wild this past summer, making his 22nd appearance of the season. 10 wins, 8 losses, an extra time loss, a goals against average of 3.19, and a save percentage of 90.4%. Those are the starting goaltenders, brought to you by GoalTech, providing expert training for all ages, plus top brand name equipment and equipment repair. GoalTech, your goaltending specialists. That does it for the pregame show. Stand by for opening face-off coming your way next from SaskTel Center. Blades and the Red Deer Rebels. You're listening to Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Blade City.
From Bethune, Saskatchewan, number 19, Ben Reich.
Face-off is coming up next. Blades Hockey.
And in goal out of Brandon, Manitoba, number 33, Ethan McCallum.
Freezing cold. Need a more secure calf shelter.
And tonight's Hal Anderson Junior Blade, please welcome from the Martinsville Pirates, 7-year-old Ethan Clark.
Solutions that fit your farm. Get ready to use feeders designed for quick setup and durability. Upgrade to hassle-free calving barns and calf shelters built for easy placement and protection. Clausen knows the importance of building strong, durable, affordable equipment. See how an investment in Clausen can benefit your farm with delivery across Saskatchewan and Alberta. Visit clausenindustries.ca.
Welcome to Sardinia Family Restaurant, a legend in the making, offering a menu overflowing with traditional favorites. Sardinia makes sure everyone is satisfied. From pizza to pasta, salads, and a variety of options, Alex and
Fans,
his
please
smiling
rise
staff
if you're able
always
and
make you
kindly
feel
remove
at
your
home with
hats
a
and
full
welcome
meal.
Kate
Enjoy
Earhart
3
for the
pieces
singing of the
delicious
Canadian
pork chop
national
for just
anthem.
$20.99, or the 2-piece chicken parmigiana for just $22.99. Comes with potato and garlic toast plus super salad. Sardinia. Sardinia, a legend in the making on Ottawa.
Teamwork leads to success. Broadway Pharmacy and Lakeview Pharmacy are your local farmer choice team that are ready to help you live a winning life. 2 pharmacies, 1 promise. Quality products and expert advice that make a positive difference to customers every day. Broadway Pharmacy and Lakeview Pharmacy, both offering leading brands from health and lifestyle essentials to snacks, rewards programs, and more. Shelley and her team are committed to keep you informed. Advice for life is the Farmer Choice difference. With over 20 years of experience, Courtesy Plumbing and Heating are your heating and cooling specialists. We have the tools, equipment, and expertise to get the job done right the first time. Upgrade your furnace or tankless water heater and save up to $1,000. For your furnace installs or service calls, call Courtesy at 1841. We offer emergency services to keep your natural gas heating equipment and air conditioners running smoothly. Courtesy is your service professionals and our Saskatoon Network member. Courtesy Plumbing and Heating. Call 306-382-4122.
Game on. It's the first period of Blades Hockey on CJWW.
The Western Hockey League presents a new month, a new set of challenges like this one tonight. Hi everyone, Les Lazaruk and Adam Ermintrout with you for tonight's WHL contest between the Saskatoon Blades and the Red Deer Rebels at SaskTel Center. Just momentarily we'll have the opening face-off. It's a presentation of Linda's Printing Place. Think local, think Linda's, where printing is our middle name. Blades in blue Pac-Man jerseys tonight. Gold numbers, white name bars, gold and white trim. They'll move from my right to left. Rebels in white jerseys, black pants. Burgundy numbers and name bars, burgundy and black trim. Chase Wutzke in goal to my left. Tarrington Wyanzik has the puck at center ice. He will drop it in between Ben Reich and Samuel Dranchak. Wednesday night hockey, we welcome all of you who are tuning in tonight. Be it on the radio in Saskatchewan, 600 AM, CJWW. On the World Wide Web at CJWWradio.com. As we are underway at 7:04 on a Wednesday evening. Shot in from center, gloved by McCallum, dropped for Ben Saunderson. Saunderson ahead at center. Tyler Parr for Saunderson, moving right in on goal. Backdoor, they score! Oh, let's go! 16 seconds. Brandon Lazowski has the Blades out in front. 1-0. It's Lazowski's 250th career Western Hockey League point. The 26th member of the Blades in franchise history to hit that number.
And what a play by Ben Saunderson. Ethan McCallum just drops his puck behind the net. Saunderson takes it, goes all the way up the ice. A little give and go with Tyler Parr. Beats the Rebels defenseman, and they don't come that much easier for Brandon Lazowski as he has a wide open net to shoot at. 1-0 Blades.
It'll be Lazowski's 13th goal of the season. And the 134th of his career, which means he is now tied for 7th on the all-time Blades goal-scoring list with none other than Red Deer head coach Dave Strush. In behind the net, double team.
Wheaton Jim, Blades goal, his 13th of the season, and his 250th career WHL point, scored by number 8, Brandon Lazowski. The assist to number 2, Ben Saunderson. And number 20, Tyler Parr. Time of the goal, 16 seconds.
Flipped out to center by the Blades. Back up at his line is Saskatoon product Jake Missoura. D to D along the Red Deer blue line for Luke Vluswick. He'll shoot it into the Blades' end. It comes to the right of the goal. Seepman behind the net. Morgan Tastad up the near side. Hansen can't get it past the skates of the Red Deer forward. It's dumped back to the line. Missoura shot wide. Comes up the far boards for Parr. Into the middle at center for Lucas Hansen. Hansen hits the line and over, veers to the left wing boards, took a shot, turned aside by the goaltender Wutzke. Trey Wilkie, one of 4 Saskatoon products on the Rebels roster. In over the line, Hansen gets dumped, no penalty call. He was looking back at the official for it, didn't happen. Volotovsky along the far board, being bothered by Doporowski. Gives to Hansen a shot, fought off with the glove by Wutzke at the short side. Evan Smith with it for the Rebels. Ahead on the left wing, gets past Wilkie out to center. Jordan Martin for Braden Klimke. 17-year-old rookie from Calgary will lob it ahead, and he didn't quite get to, well, they're going to whistle it down.
That crossed the red line.
It didn't ever cross the red line. They were anticipating it would, and yet they're going to get an icing out of this. Although referee Bob Millette is going to talk things over.
It's got to come to center ice.
Klimke needed to go one more stride. It would have been no icing.
Yeah, and he didn't. There's no dispute about that. It's just where he iced the puck and hit the corner boards pretty much exactly. And I don't even actually know if it crossed the...
I think it did in the end by about an inch.
Then
not much more, because it's going to be called icing, and you're going to have a face-off in the Blades' end to my right. Far side circle to the right of Ethan McCallum.
Yeah, and the Blades bench is asking Tarrington Wyonzik too, because there was maybe a missed tripping call as well to Lucas Hansen about 30 seconds ago. And sometimes I think about the situation in the game in the start, but both benches getting an explanation right now. Seems like the refs do a good job, boys, talking to both benches, because as soon as they talk to one bench, the other bench says, you better be telling me the same thing too.
Martin and Klimke come off the bench back onto the ice. They were the ones who were on the ice at the time that the icing happened. And you can't change on an icing. Thurston, a shot off a leg wide. Behind the net, Carson Burney to the line. Vluswick a shot. That missed the net. Zach Olson up the far boards. Thurston bumps with him. Blades get it out of the zone. Not much further, although David Lewandowski comes away with the puck. Lewandowski to center, tosses it into the Red Deer end. Vluswick in his near right wing corner up the near boards. Lewandowski near the blue line, keeps it in against Kalen Lind. Cycles for Cooper Williams at the line. For Saunderson, going wide on Lind, got it ahead for Lewandowski along the near boards. David Lewandowski survives contact, still with it against Samuel Dranchak. Puck comes free. Now after it is Zach Olson near the blue line. Cycling it in behind the net. Lewandowski bumps with Dranchak, who goes to the ice. Lewandowski in front. An opportunity for Hansen. He couldn't finish. Played behind the goal far side. Lachlan Tedorenko on the ice for the Blades. Tried to cycle, picked off and read by Samuel Dranchak. At the end of a shift, he'll get it backhanded into the Blades' end. And we're 3:05 into the first period, and the Blades already with a 1-0 lead. Lead pass at center, Colton Worthington deflects into the Red Deer end. Jace Weir, who did not play last night in Prince Albert, back in the lineup tonight, a veteran defenseman. Here come the Rebels in over the line. Sent cross ice for the ever-dangerous Hunter Mayo, defenseman who leads the Rebels in goals with 9. It's played up the near boards. Worthington for the Blades, tying up there with Chad Poulin. Taking it away is Seepman for the Blades. Right wing corner, Tastad's pass into the skates of Evan Smith. Cycled back behind the Blades net. On the near side, Seepman for Worthington. And he'll angle it down the ice, and that just missed being on goal. Ends up being icing as that hit the outside of the post to the right-hand side of the netminder, Chase Wutzke.
Yeah, and for the Blades, Ethan McCallum, like you mentioned, just making his 3rd start for the Blades since being acquired from Medicine Hat. And it's not easy, you know, right? Hasn't played for quite a while since Kamloops, and he's had to sit on that one for a bit. Not that it was his fault, but just as a goalie, you get pulled in your last start and then sit for a couple weeks. It's not easy, so Blades got to help him out too. And I mean, Evan Gardner did just win WHL Goalie of the Month though too, so he's been right in the hot hand. A World Junior snub, if you will.
Yes and no.
Based on
he's 18.
Yeah, I know.
Evan Gardner started the previous 7 games and had appeared in the previous 10. Still inside the Blades line. Good job by Weir to keep it in at the blue line. Seepman in his left wing corner. Under siege there from Matthew Gard, who's a B-rated prospect by Central Scouting for next year's draft. Of course, that means 2nd and 3rd round. Weir again in over the blue line. Mayo into the middle, a shot that hit traffic on the way to the net off the stick of Jackson Feuder. Feuder bumps with his man and now play it to the line. Talon Brigley heading to the bench. Thought he was going to be able to keep it onside and didn't do it. And we get a whistle and then some pushing and shoving after the fact. Colton Worthington gave Brigley a hack, and Feuder, who's their leader in penalty minutes with 38, finds his way into the fray and has some words for people.
Yeah, and that shot off Jackson Feuder actually hit Talon Brigley in front. Feuder out of the one-timer. It hit Brigley right in the ankle, so Brigley started skating off the ice and then got the pass and ended up being offside, and then well after the whistle, he takes a shot on net.
25th goal by the Blades in the first period this year. Scored by Brandon Lazowski 16 seconds in. The Blades opening the scoring for the 15th time in 26 games this year. They're 10-2-2 when they open the scoring in a game. Tyler Parr in his zone for Jordan Martin. Martin ahead. Reich hacks it into the Red Deer ends. The pass was a little out of his reach. Lazowski steals it off a Rebel outside the Red Deer line. Now gets a return feed from Klimke. Left wing for Reich. Reich in over the line. Tries a shot upstairs, short side. Right shoulder save made by goaltender Wutzke. Covers up on the rebound, and Toporowski and Thurston giving Parr a rough ride in the goal crease. And, well, Dmitry Toporowski will come through his toughness, honestly, by pedigree. His family, his father is Kerry, who back in his day had something like 590 penalty minutes one year. Now, of course, that was back in the day when any tens or games were 10 minutes added on. Still.
That's, I don't know if there's that many tens to be had. I think he's probably doing some other stuff too.
Those were the days where men were men, and if you weren't ready to be, you got weeded out in a big hurry.
Find out pretty quickly.
Absolutely. Olsen along the right wing board. Shot, stick save made by Wutzke. Rebound, moved away. It's sent to the line. Molendyk keeping it onside. Tanner Molendyk up the near boards and in behind the net. Centering attempt by Williams. Good play by Wutzke to use the paddle of the goal stick to deflect that away. Otherwise, it would have found Zach Olsen all alone in front, and the Rebels get it back into the Blades' end. Along the near boards, Lewandowski takes a bump, but got the puck free. Williams for Molendyk on the right wing. Shoots it into the Red Deer end. Wutzke slows it up. It's into the near corner. Tying up there were Lewandowski along with Missoura. Now the puck comes back to 16-year-old Jake Missoura, who stumbles and falls. Zach Olson up with it, tried to center, cleared away from the front of the net. Here's a spin and fire by Volotovsky, blocked before it got to the goal. And Evan Smith, lead pass. Steven Steranka, if he takes that pass cleanly, had a break up the middle of the ice. At the left of the Blades goal, it's Tanner Molendyk away with the puck. For Rowan Calvert, he'll backhand it out to center and down into the Red Deer end to my left. 6:20 gone in the first period. 1-0 Blades open the scoring. Tied up now in the Red Deer right wing corner, near side of the ice to my left. Picked out of there by Hunter Mayo. Fed across and lifted high in the air by Cohen Poulin. Into the Blades end. Onto it there is Steranka. Steranka twisting and turning. Regina product trying to get away from Drayden Seatman and couldn't. Seatman plays behind his goal up the far side. Pinching in from the blue line is Hunter Mayo. Played to the near side, and Seatman will get it high on the boards and down the ice. And this one will go wide of the Red Deer net by about a foot. But we're going to have a timeout. 6:57 gone in the first period. 1-0 Saskatoon with the lead. You're listening to Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Over 36 years and going strong. Precon Limited, a family-owned business that has been manufacturing and supplying precast concrete products for Saskatchewan customers with the best quality and service possible. In the market for a septic tank, steps, residential fence, planters, or other precast concrete products? Call Precon Limited at 306-931-9229 or look them up online, preconltd.ca. Precon Limited, 306-931-9229. Welcome to Sardinia Family Restaurant, a legend in the making, offering a menu overflowing with traditional favorites. Sardinia makes sure everyone is satisfied. From pizza to pasta, salads, and a variety of options, Alex and the smiling staff always make you feel at home with a full meal. Enjoy 3 pieces of delicious pork chops for just $20.99, or the 2-piece chicken parmigiana for just $22.99. Comes with potato and garlic toast plus super salad. Sardinia. Sardinia, a legend in the making on Ottawa.
I'm Ben Saunderson from Carberry, Manitoba, and this is Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Face off to the right of Ethan McCallum in the Saskatoon goal, off to my broadcast right, far side circle, as I look at it. Behind the net off of a one Blades face-off, play to the near side by Calvert. Isaac Pohl trying to shovel it up the near boards towards the blue line. Gets cut off at the half wall, a 4-player scrum, 2 on each side. They're looking to dig it out of there. Referee says play on, and they'll continue. Pohl with the puck in his skates trying to move it along. It's pinned there by Matthew Gard. Now it looks like it's going to come free, and then back in amongst skates. Now finally dug out, and Hansen sends away Rowan Calvert. Gets to center red, backhands into the Red Deer end, and they'll peel off on a change as Lazowski, Reich, and Parr come out with Molendyk and Saunderson. Rimmed around on the boards. That'll get all the way out to center. Backing up into his zone is Molendyk. D to D. Saunderson ahead. Touched on by Lazowski and over the line, out of the reach of Reich. And Mayo for Jace Weir. Weir for Feuder on the left wing. This handles, played ahead by Reich. Puck comes to him again. To the near side, Lazowski. Back to the line. Molendyk, a shot, stick save by Wutzke. Hunter Mayo with the rebound. Poked off of the stick of a Rebels player, Feuder. Kept in the Red Deer right wing corner. Hunter Mayo ahead, and this is played high in the air off the near side boards by Saskatoon product 16-year-old Beckett Hamilton into the Blades end. Molendyk for Saunderson. Ahead on the left wing at the Blades line. Lazowski knocked down by Hamilton. Reich wanted to give it back to Lazowski, but he wasn't there because of the contact put on him. And here come the Rebels out of their zone. Trey Wilkie knocks it into the Blades end and gives chase to the end boards. Tying up there with Jordan Martin. Ben Reich into the fray. The puck comes free in behind the net. Evan Smith is in there, and Ben Reich. Martin trying to keep Wilkie at bay. It's still in amongst skates. Comes loose in front and knocked to the near side boards. Wilkie will get to it first for Red Deer. Trey Wilkie. Pinned there to the boards by Klimke. Continuing to battle in there. Now it comes back to the line, Toporowski. D to D. Thurston for Dranchak. Tried to get a shot away. Was blocked up by the stick of Reich. Dranchak in the slot all the way to the near side. Picked off by Lazowski. Trying to break away. Here's Lazowski moving in. A shot. And Wutzke down will absorb and hold as Lazowski had the angle being cut off on him by the Rebels coming back into the zone trying to get back defensively.
Yeah, he did, and shaking his head a bit as he comes to the benches. The Rebels have had a couple plays up high in the Blade zone, still don't have a shot on net, but a bad play there by Samuel Dranchak as he just kind of makes a whole play to the point, and Lazowski ends up going in, like you said, on a bit of a half breakaway. I thought he actually probably had a chance to go to the backhand, but shot it right at Chase Woodsky, and it's tough as a left-handed shot going down the left side too. You can't really make a whole lot of moves unless it is to the backhand.
You don't have the angle either to the inside if it was a right-hand shot. Loose at the right of the Blades goal and off to my right. Cooper Williams getting free. 16-year-old rookie from Calgary to center. Gets it ahead Lewandowski. Lewandowski in over the line. Carson Burney got a good piece of Williams, and that draw a roar from the Rebels bench. Meanwhile, here's Seepman, a shot deflected wide. Woodsky went for a tumble. He'll call for goaltender interference, and here's Kalen Linden over the line. For Carson Burney, trying to dance around Williams. Now back for Mayo, a shot, and he missed the net on the one-timer out of the high slot. Jace Weir holds the left point. In behind the net, Matthew Gard. Seepman leans into him. Gard, his stick comes free, gets it back to the line. Weir, spin play, near side. Here's Mayo teeing up a slap shot, and a stick save made by McCallum. The rebound comes to Zach Olson. He'll come to the near wing, but Cooper Williams was heading off on a change. Back in comes Cohen Poulin. His pass for Steven Steranka missed the target and flipped out to center by Olson. Weir for the Rebels to Mayo, who backhands into the Saskatoon end to my right. Tastad behind the goal, can't come up with that. Poulin in front for Dranchak, didn't work. Here's Mayo up high, a shot, misses the net. Steranka spin and fire. That one stopped by McCallum, and Olson angles it off the far glass and down the ice. This will be icing against the Blades with 9:13 remaining in the first period. The Rebels getting their first couple of shots on goal, and dangerous ones at that.
Yeah, and it could have been a couple more, as Hunter Mayo's always had that big shot from the point. 9 goals this year, 10 last year, and takes a one-timer, missed the net, took a wrist shot, missed the net, but good couple stops for Ethan McCallum, specifically on Steven Steranka on a kind of spin shot, and McCallum directed it to the corner.
The puck goes up and out of play, simultaneous touch, propelling it up over the near side glass. Face-off will stay in the Saskatoon end. 9:07 remains in the first period.
Yeah, and for the Rebels, we talked about the injuries. No Ollie Josephson, no Jet Larson. Kasper Pikkarainen, who they expected to play in their top 6 this year, is out for a little while too. So
third-round pick of the New Jersey Devils. Yeah. Actually, I'm told Pikkarainen will not play at all this season.
So eventually, essentially, the 3 of your top 6 forwards not playing.
And then Matteo Fabrizi, he's one of their top 6 defensemen. I mean, that's 4 guys. Jace Weir also didn't play last night in Prince Albert. I don't know why, but he's back in tonight. And the Rebels were able to win last night in Prince Albert despite all those guys being out of the lineup. Here's Molendyk moving in, trying to cut to the middle. Left wing side, Saunderson, a shot, he hit the goal post. He had room on the stick side and hit the iron instead. Molendyk at the line, interchanges with Saunderson. Spins back, does Molendyk. Across to Saunderson, right point. They'll change up again and leave it there, and Evan Smith comes away. For Brigley, the puck went through his wickets and shot ahead into the Blades' end. Saunderson, who assisted on the first Blades goal, gets it to Hansen on the far wing. He'll tap it to the inboards. Behind the net, Missouri was knocked off stride, but now here come the Rebels. Carson Burney in the middle, in over the line. Good job defensively by Klimke to knock a pass down. Along the near board, cycled in behind the net. Gard and Pohl battle. Matthew Gard, Kalen Lind now, working against Ben Reich, who's with him. To the far point, Vluswick, who mishandles the puck, and Rowan Calvert able to knock it out to center. Calvert needs to get a change. Now a lead near side pass. Gard trying to go to the net, works around his man. Klimke came across the front of the goal mouth but lost the handle. Now pass doesn't work, and it's cleared out to center, and here comes Pohl up ice. Isaac Pohl on the right wing, in front looking for Parr, didn't work. Now send in front, here's Reich alone, shoots and scores! Hey, Ben Reich on the feed by Brandon Lazowski after the initial 2-on-2 did not work for the Blades. Stick with it with numbers, and they go up 2-0.
Yeah, and that's an ugly sequence for the Rebels there. I mentioned their kind of whole plays around the Blades blue line, and that's another one. It starts in the Blades end. The Rebels try to go low to high and turn it over. A nice play by Isaac Pohl to try to force something across, and then Lazowski goes into the corner and kind of forehands it back there to Ben Reich, and Reich makes no mistake as he beats Chase Wutzke, and 2 goals for the Blades. No chances for Wutzke on each, and I think Red Deer just
took their time out. Dave Strush not happy, obviously, with the way his team's playing, and it's those plays up at the blue line like you're talking about that I'm sure are the discussion right now.
And those are some of their better players too. I mentioned the Dranchak one that led to a breakaway. Matthew Gard there almost scored, but then he goes up to the point and just fumbles around with it. And for Red Deer too, just the 2 shots on goal.
So the goal coming at 12:36 of the first period. Red Deer takes their time out. They don't want this to get any worse out of hand. Blades came into tonight plus 23 in the first period. Shots on goal 4 to shots on goal against. And right now you can tack on another plus 6 as it's 8-2 on the pre-con limited shot clock. Dropped in at center.
Wheaton GM Blades goal, his 16th goal of the season, scored by number 19, Ben Reich. Assisted by number 8, Brendan Lazowski. And number 13, Isaac Pohl. Time of the goal is 12:36.
Rebels back in the Blades, and Bernie pass off his skates into the far corner. Centering attempt by Dranchak knocked down. Dranchak taken to the near side corner by Reich. Now Seatman knocks down Bernie along the near boards. It's played in behind the Blades net. Reich battling with Jackson Feuder, gets it up the far boards, and Tyler Parr to the near side. Tastad in after it, and a simultaneous touch between he and Matthew Gard puts the puck into the Blades bench. And we get a timeout with 6:39 left to go in the first period. Timeout is a presentation of Sardinia Family Restaurant. Check out the daily lunch specials. You're listening to Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Wherever or however you celebrate the holidays, Save On Foods makes entertaining easy. They are the perfect platters, filled with cheeses, gourmet pickles and olives, spinach dip, Mediterranean delights, meats, veggies, sandwiches, pastries, and cakes of every kind, made with fresh, quality ingredients that are ready to serve. Go on, tell your friends you made them yourself. We won't tell. Relax and enjoy yourself this holiday season with Save On Foods Fresh Party Platters. Only at Save On Foods in Kensington, Cumberland Square, and Brighton.
During this festive season, the management and staff at Marine Master extend their best wishes to you and yours, and thank you for your patronage this year. They look forward to serving your needs in 2025 for quality boat lifts and dock systems. Have a safe and happy holiday season from Marine Master.
Blade City, this is Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Once again, mention that our timeouts tonight, as always, brought to you by Sardinia Family Restaurant, where you get soup and salad with your dinner entree on the way to the rink on Idlewild Drive North. 2-0 Blades with the lead on the Red Deer Rebels. Face off in the Saskatoon end to my broadcast right, near side circle to the left of Ethan McCallum. Cooper Williams wins the draw. Lewandowski loses the handle. Feuder a shot off Molendyk into the Blades right wing corner. Molendyk behind the net for Saunderson. Lead feed finds Zach Olson. Left wing for Lewandowski off his stick into the Red Deer right wing corner. Lewandowski and Blueswick tangle up. Olson's in there as well. 4-player scrum. Puck comes free for David Lewandowski. Into the middle. Williams back to the line. Molendyk moves in a shot. Hit traffic in front. Turned over. Williams tried to get a shot away, and he had his stick lifted just as he was about to shoot. Now Olson taken to the corner boards. Puck now in amongst 4 players. A scrum right there, just below the hash marks along the near boards. Off to my left. Chip to the line. Not out. Here's Saunderson, a shot, and a stave made by Wutzke. Blueswick gets it ahead. Brigley puts it past Saunderson, but not out. Onto the ice is Lachlan Teterenko. Kept it in briefly. Matthew Gard away for Red Deer, and he'll fish it into the Blades end and peel off on a change. Molendyk away for Saskatoon. Comes wide to the left, away from Poulin. Hits the line, tied up by his Nashville draft mate, Lynn. Steranka on the rush, knocked off his stick by Seatman. And Tolton Worthington outlets to the far wing at center. Thurston gives Lachlan Teterenko a good bump. Played ahead by goaltender Wutzke. Blades trying to hold the blue line, couldn't quite do so as Lynn got upended, trying to escape the zone. And it's held back into the Red Deer end. Thurston for Missouri. On the near side, inside his blue line for Steranka. Ahead at center, picked up by Cohen Poulin. Poke check by Seatman. Following up, Steven Steranka. Loses it to Colton Worthington. Worthington into the middle, intercepted by Evan Smith at the blue line and held in the Saskatoon end. On the far boards, it's Tastad ahead for Rowan Calvert. Calvert away from Trey Wilkie, then got poke checked by Beckett Hamilton, and Evan Smith gives it off to Wilkie. On the far wing, moving in front, they score. Beckett Hamilton goes to the front of the goal and finishes it off. A cross-ice feed from off the far boards to the front of the net by Trey Wilkie, and the Rebels get on the scoreboard here late in the first period.
Yeah, neutral zone turnover there for the Blades, and pretty simple as Trey Wilkie goes down the left side, beats a defenseman, and all the blue jerseys are on the ice are staring at the puck there as it goes back door to Beckett Hamilton, and no chance there for Ethan McCallum.
Beckett Hamilton, a 16-year-old Saskatoon product, his 7th goal of his rookie season. And here he comes again off the face-off at center, got the puck into the Blades' end, but no further. Saunderson to the near side. Weir pinches up, keeps it alive with the help of Evan Smith. Saunderson in his right wing corner in the Blades' end.
Season scored by number 21, Beckett Hamilton. The assist to number 12, Trey Wilkie, and number 25, Evan Smith. Time of that goal is 15:28.
Now in the far right wing corner in the Blades' end, to my broadcast right, a 4-player scrum. Hamilton, Wilkie, Hansen, and Saunderson. And Molendyk digs it out. Looks ahead at center, knocked down by Weir. He falls. Here comes Volotovsky, and 3-on-1. Misha Volotovsky, and a good job by Hunter Mayo to drop down, sprawl out, and give Volotovsky no options with where to go with the puck. Hansen in the far corner, knocked off his stick. Here's Klimke in from the near point towards the corner. He's got 2 white jerseyed Rebels on him. They finally take it away as the Blades are changing. Weir, pass off a skate to center. Seepman sends it back into the Red Deer end. 3:20 left to go in the first period. 2-1, Saskatoon with the lead. In neutral ice, played to an open wing and into the Red Deer end. Mayo sidesteps Lazowski, works it past Parr. Lind along his blue line to pass into the middle of the ice, and Jace Weir from center sends it in on Ethan McCallum, who turns it aside. Lind on the far wing, bumped off stride by Reich. Played behind the net near side, and Klimke gets it high in the air, and it hits the linesman Devin Thiessen, prevents an icing call from happening. Here the Rebels back in over the Blades line. Seepman takes it away from a Rebel player, sends it down the ice, but this will be icing as Toporowski beats Parr to the imaginary hybrid icing line.
Yeah, and just going back to a play actually before the commercial break, Ben Saunderson goes down the left side and hits the goalpost, and eerily similar to last year against the Red Deer, the Blades. Game 2 in overtime, Chase Woodsky and Ned absolutely stood on his head that game. I forget if he got to 50 saves or not, but it was something around there, and Ben Saunderson beat him in overtime.
Shot in the line by Vluzewicz off of one Rebels face-off in the Blades end, was off a leg and wide. Brigley in the near corner, knocked down by Klimke. On top of the puck, Gard and Reich are in there as well, as Brigley tries to get to his skates and keep the puck moving. He's up to his skates. The puck's in among skates.
They hate blowing the whistle in those situations.
They do. Now it's sent in front. Feuder with it. Feuder a shot, and a skate save made by McCallum. Lazowski with the rebound off the near boards. Cross ice in his zone for Seepman. Ahead at center for Tyler Parr, and he'll backhand into the Red Deer end. Feuder gave Parr a shot along the side boards in front of the penalty box, and Tyler Parr didn't like that.
And he got a penalty.
And he got a penalty for it for slashing. Slashed somebody on the way by, and Red Deer is going to get the first power play of the hockey game with 1:58 left to go in the first period.
Yeah, and I understand the frustration by Tyler Parr. Maybe it was a high hit and, you know, a retaliatory penalty to a hit is, I'd say, maybe called half the time, but it's never the hit that's called. It's always the second one, and not a great penalty for Parr to take. He gets hit and just two-hands a guy in the back of the legs. It's an easy call for the ref. It's a bit of a discretionary call sometimes, I think, but it's an easy call if you make it.
Rebels end up with the puck off the draw. Lind on the left wing boards. Middle of the ice, Hunter Mayo. Lind up high. Mayo, right wing circle.
2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty is 18:02.
Wilkie a shot, gloved by Ethan McCallum. He'll hold on. Red Deer scored twice on the power play last night in Prince Albert, part of their 3-2 victory. But other than that, there was a time not long ago where they were on a 1-for-32 run on the man advantage, and they're 22nd and last in power play in the Western Hockey League at 14.8% proficiency coming into tonight. 13 goals and 88 chances. Blades' penalty kill has worked its way up to 10th now at 77.8% efficiency. Mayo, he's the big trigger guy. Found a spot, shot blocked, loose at the blue line, keeps it onside. Feuder back to the line. Mayo for Wilkie, tried a one-timer, healed it, wide of the goal. Gard rims it back around to the near side. Wilkie up high to the left wing. Feuder moving into the circle, sends it on net. Lind was at the near post, ready to put it home, and the puck never got to him. Now again, Feuder working in, a shot, blocked by Molendyk. Wide of the goal, Gard sends it around to the near side. Into the final minute of the first period. The Rebels don't score before the period's out. They'll only take 2 seconds of power play time into the second, so essentially they have until the end of the period to score a power play goal here and tie things up as Volotovsky takes the puck away and clears it down the ice and allows the Blades penalty kill to change up. Siepman and Tastad, Lazowski and Hansen on the ice. Jackson Feuder for Talon Brigley in over the Blades line. Goes wide, sends it in front, and Bernie at the doorstep couldn't tap it home. Played behind the net. Bernie pinned there by Tastad. Siepman works it free to the far corner. Tastad boxes out on Beckett Hamilton. Now coming away with it. Here's a pass in front to the near side circle. Brigley back to the line. Mayo moving in. Looks across. Wide open was Hamilton. He missed the net. Comes to Brigley. Back across. Thurston left point. Shot goes wide, and that's the end of the first period of play as the Rebels manage one shot on goal on the power play and trail the Saskatoon Blades after one period by a score of 2-1.
Yeah, obviously a really good start for the Blades. I thought it's definitely some self-inflicted wounds by Red Deer, but for the Blades, you just have to understand that you're facing a team with not the best record, not the best road record, especially that it doesn't turn into point nights. You get up 2-0. I thought maybe seeped into their game a little bit, and we talk about it all the time with Red Deer. They go down 2, and yeah, they get frustrated, but the Blades maybe got dragged into that a little bit, as you saw in the Tyler Parr penalty. So got to stay disciplined too. Got away with one there at the end of the period on a backdoor play as well.
Coming up in our first intermission, we will have the other side. You'll hear from Red Deer Rebels head coach Dave Strush. We'll have the highlight montage, the game summary, including the pre-con limited shot clock and the out-of-town scoreboard. Hey folks, CJWW and McDonald's bring you Fan Day deals. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday you can score a Big Mac, McChicken, or filet of fish for just $4 on the McDonald's app. Download the McDonald's app to score the deals and earn My McDonald's rewards. Now a chance for you to win a $100 McDonald's gift card from tonight's game. Text McChicken to 306-938-0600. Ben Brooks and the Moo Crew on CJWW will draw the winning entry for the $100 McDonald's gift card from the entry that sends McChicken. Text it to 306-938-0600. First intermission programming next. 2-1 Blades with the lead on Red Deer. You're listening to Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Your car or truck has advanced safety features that keep you safe in an accident. After an accident, it's important that those features are restored. Advantage Collision is SGI accredited and OEM approved through Certified Collision Care. They're qualified to repair your car and restore its safety features. Take advantage of their expertise by calling Advantage Collision. They care about your safety, with locations in Prince Albert and Saskatoon. AdvantageCollision.ca.
Advantage Collision, the family shop that cares.
Sask Lotteries has 50 years of winning behind us. And you know what that means? Lots of winning numbers. Numbers like over 1,200 organizations funded and 12,000 plus groups supported. $6 million given away annually in community grants. And the winningest number of all, $1.4 billion given back to the people of Saskatchewan through sport, culture, and recreation. And we're just getting started. Help us grow the next 50. Learn more at sasklotteries.ca.
All West Sales in Rosetown, Saskatchewan's premier dealer for the central and southwest regions, carries an exceptional selection of top quality equipment. Check out the brand new Vale portable 6,500 bushel grain bin, proudly made right here in Saskatchewan. From Mandaco and Apache sprayers to Schulte, Farm King, Versatile, and Demco, they've got everything you need, whether your operation is big or small. For over 37 years, All West Sales has been the trusted name in new and used farming and agriculture equipment. Contact All West Sales in Rosetown today.
At home and on the road, the Blades are live on CJWW.
We're back with the first intermission here in SaskTel Center. It's the Saskatoon Blades playing host to the Red Deer Rebels. As the Rebels are into game 2 of 4 straight on the road, the Blades game 3 of 4 straight here at home. It is time now for the other side.
And the other side is a presentation of Lambert Distributing, your authorized Husqvarna dealer from the city to the acreage. They have you covered for every season.
As I'm joined by Red Deer head coach Dave Struch. You're on this road trip that I mentioned into the East Division. The last road trip you're on, throw it out the window, I'm sure. U.S. Division was not kind, but you recovered nicely with 3 straight wins.
Yeah, it was. We had a tough time scoring our last 4 games. We had a tough time stopping the other team from scoring the first 2 games. So, those are parts of a season that happen with all teams. It was nice to go through it early, but not fun going through it. We got to learn a little bit from it, and we're playing better. We're doing more right things right, more consistent in our game, and we're getting some timely goaltending and scoring some timely goals.
So playing right involves the identity of this franchise for as long as it's been. Work hard, be tough and physical, take no prisoners sort of a thing.
It's the identity, it's the culture of the Red Deer Rebels. This is year 19, I think, for me. And it hasn't changed right from my first year in the league. And we are true to it. We make mistakes, but we make them working really hard. And our identity is as any coach wants to be hard to play against, we are hard to play against. How we do that is a certain way. It's simple, physical, and we trust our players to try to do their best all the time. And we live and we learn, and we obviously hope we come out on the winning end more often than not.
Look at the standings. My goodness, that Eastern Conference is tight. You can win 2 or 3 in a row and move up 3 or 4 places in the standings, and can be right back down if you lose 2 or 3 in a row.
Oh, for all of us, it's fantastic. It really is, because every day means something. As much as you want to say you want to play in every game with a purpose, every shift with a purpose, every practice with a purpose, we truly play every game with a purpose of staying in the mix, staying in the hunt, and it makes every team better. It makes every player better. For as long as I've been in the league, it's one of the best situations I've seen organizations be in, so that they can, get better every day because of the competition.
World Juniors coming up, selection camp for Canada. This is kind of neat because Saskatoon has 4 kids going to the World Junior Selection Camp for Canada. You've got 4 Saskatoon kids in your roster. I want to get some comments from you on each of them, if I may. Let's start with the most obvious one on the back end, Hunter Mayo.
He's been great. He scores big goals for us. Our power play has not been that great this year, but he's been a catalyst on it. We believe that we carry a lot of momentum on it. We just don't score on it. And he's a leader in the dressing room. He's earned the right, because of his play throughout the years in the league, to be a good leader for us.
An 18-year-old forward in Trey Wilkie, who comes to you from the Lethbridge Hurricanes.
Yeah, I know him from when he was a younger kid, going through, watching him through his draft years into the Western League. He's added a lot to us. Started off slow, new to the organization, new to the culture and the way that we do things, as I was last year for 2 months. Had a lot to learn to how we want to play. It's a certain way. It's very simple. It's very hard. It's straight lines. You have to play a certain way to get ice time here, and he's earning his ice time right now.
And you have two 16-year-olds that call Saskatoon home. On defense, Jake Missoura, and up front, Beckett Hamilton. What do you say about those two?
Well, both are going to be great leaders for this organization. The future's bright with them for sure. Beckett, I know his dad really well, so bloodlines are really key there. And Jake, coming from a friend of mine, Scott Sisson's organization with the Blazers, I know he'd love to have him back, but he's done such a great job for us. Both are very reliable in all situations, and we play them in all situations, it's exciting for us. It's great for them. They get an opportunity to make mistakes. They learn from them. They want to get better, and they want to play at the next level. So it's great for us.
So what is it about kids from Saskatoon? What is it about Saskatoon minor hockey or just this area developing young hockey players?
Well, you know what, and that's been the question for years, because I've been in Regina for 10 years with my family, and they're still there. And it's so obvious the development here in Saskatoon has taken, steps, leaps and bounds ahead of Regina and other centers around Saskatchewan. I don't know what it is. It could be the competition that provides, the opportunity for these teams, just like we are getting in the Western League. That's leading these guys to develop a lot better. But it sure is a great hockey hotbed here in Saskatoon.
It certainly is. Good to see you, David. Thank you so much. All the best to you here tonight.
Thanks, Les.
Good. Dave Strush, head coach of the Red Deer Rebels, joining me here in the first intermission on The Other Side.
That's been The Other Side, brought to you by Lambert Distributing, your authorized Husqvarna dealer. From the city to the acreage, they have you covered for every season.
Stay tuned. We've got the highlight montage coming up next, along with the Pre-Con Limited Shot Clock. You're listening to Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
What do you think when I say rad?
Totally radical, dude.
We were actually going for radiator, like Sutherland Radiator Services. They've been a family-owned and operated shop for 3 generations.
Dude, that is pretty rad.
It gets even better. Sutherland Radiator treats each vehicle like it was their own. From automotive, agriculture, transport, off-road heavy-duty, and mining, they handle it all. You actually talk to the people who do the work. And they don't just fix it. They help you avoid problems down the road. This small-town shop in the big city. Sutherland Radiator Services, 103rd Street in Sutherland.
They are totally rad. Over 36 years and going strong. Pre-Con Limited, a family-owned business that has been manufacturing and supplying precast concrete products for Saskatchewan customers with the best quality and service possible. In the market for a septic tank, steps, residential fence, planters, or other precast concrete products? Call Pre-Con Limited at 306-931-9229 or look them up online, preconltd.ca. Pre-Con Limited, 306-931-9229.
Canada's National Ukrainian Festival will celebrate 60 incredible years on August long weekend. This will be a huge milestone cultural celebration featuring the biggest Ukrainian party bands, the best dance groups, and the most fun you'll ever have at the Salah Festival site south of Dauphin, Manitoba. Early bird weekend passes are now on sale for only $125. Like and follow Canada's National Ukrainian Festival on Facebook for updates. Order your weekend passes and camping passes online at cnuf.ca.
Blades Hockey and all the hard-hitting action is right here on CJWW.
The Western Hockey League presents new month, a new set of challenges like this one tonight. Hi everyone, Les Lazaruk and Adam Ermitroff with you for tonight's WHL contest. We are underway at 7:04 on a Wednesday evening. For Saunderson moving right in on goal. Backdoor, they score! Oh, let's go! 16 seconds. Brandon Lazowski has the Blades out in front, 1-0. It's Lazowski's 250th career Western Hockey League point, the 26th member of the Blades in franchise history. Left wing for Reich. Reich in over the line, tries a shot upstairs, short side. Right shoulder save made by goaltender Woodsky, covers up on the rebound and picked off by Lazowski, trying to break away. Here's Lazowski moving in, a shot, and Woodsky down will absorb and hold as Lazowski had the angle being cut off on him by the Rebels. In front, looking for Parr, didn't work. Now send in front, here's Reich alone, shoots and scores! Hey, Ben Reich on the feed by Brandon Lazowski. Evan Smith gives it off to Wilkie. On the far wing, moving in front, they score. Beckett Hamilton goes to the front of the goal and is wide, and that's the end of the first period of play as the Rebels manage one shot on goal on the power play and trail the Saskatoon Blades after one period by a score of 2-1. It's the highlight montage. Here's your game summary, a presentation of Saskatchewan Lotteries, the fundraiser for more than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups. Bob Millette, Terrington Wyanzik, the referees. The goaltenders are Ethan McCallum for the Saskatoon Blades and Chase Woodsky for the Red Deer Rebels. Blades needed just 16 seconds to open the scoring. Brandon Lazowski's 13th from Ben Saunderson and Tyler Parr. Then Ben Reich made it 2-0 with his 16th from Lazowski and Isaac Pohl at 12:36. But Red Deer would close the gap to 1 goal on Beckett Hamilton's 7th from Trey Wilkie and Evan Smith at 15:28. 2-1, Blades with the lead after 1 period. On the Precon Limited shot clock in the first period, 10-6 in favor of Saskatoon. The shot clock brought to you by Precon Limited, solid as concrete. 1 minor penalty in the opening period, that to the Blades' Tyler Parr for slashing. The Rebels did not score on the power play against the Blades' Save-On Foods penalty kill with 1 shot on goal. The Blades have not had a chance on the Advantage Collision man advantage. Face-offs were even at 8 wins apiece in the first period. For the Blades, their best was Misha Volotovsky winning 2 of 2. Lucas Hansen was 4 of 6. For the Red Deer Rebels, Samuel Dranchak won 4 of 5 face-offs in the first period. Individual shots on goal, Brandon Lazowski, Ben Reich, Tanner Molendyk, and Lucas Hansen all had 2 shots on goal out of the 10 for the Blades, and 6 different Rebels had a shot on goal in the opening period. That's the game summary, brought to you by Saskatchewan Lotteries, the fundraiser for more than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups. 2-1, Saskatoon leads Red Deer after 1 period. We're back with the out-of-town scoreboard next. You're listening to Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
It's another great night for hockey. Let's take a look at Business Furnishing's winning lineup.
Just like a young Gretzky set up in his office, your office can't lose with Business Furnishings.
What a potent offense. Space planning furniture, architectural and technology needs.
Top manufacturers like CWI, Steelcase, West Elm, and Blue Dot.
Terrific zone coverage. They've got locations in Saskatoon and Regina.
Locally owned for over 40 years. That's real veteran leadership.
Put your office on the power play with Business Furnishings and have a great day at work.
Your car or truck has advanced safety features that keep you safe in an accident. After an accident, it's important that those features are restored. Advantage Collision is SGI accredited and OEM approved through Certified Collision Care. They're qualified to repair your car and restore its safety features. Take advantage of their expertise by calling Advantage Collision. They care about your safety. With locations in Prince Albert and Saskatoon. AdvantageCollision.ca.
Advantage Collision, the family shop that cares.
Where compassion meets innovation, where precision and care intersect. In the heart of Saskatoon, it starts here. Saskatoon City Hospital is reimagining healthcare, making a difference by embracing challenges, bringing ideas to life. Every success story is a testament to dedicated medical staff and specialized equipment for a healthier tomorrow. Your diagnosis, your treatment, your recovery. It starts here. Donate at schfgo.com.
They score!
Hey Blade City, this is Brandon Lazowski from Pogo Equipment, BC, and this is home of the Saskatoon Blades Hockey, CJWW.
CJWW and McDonald's bring you Fan Day deals. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, you can score a Big Mac, McChicken, or Filet-O-Fish for just $4 on the McDonald's app. Download the McDonald's app to score the deals and earn My McDonald's Rewards. Now a chance for you to win a $100 McDonald's gift card from tonight's game. Just text McChicken to 306-938-0600. That's McChicken. You text that to 306-938-0600. You could win a $100 McDonald's gift card if Ben Brooks picks your name out tomorrow on the Moo Crew in the morning. All right, out-of-town scoreboard, a presentation of All West Sales, Rosetown, Highway 7 West. See all their agriculture products and services at allwestsales.ca. 2-1 for the Blades here over Red Deer after 1 period. 2-0 Swift Current at home leads Medicine Hat after 20 minutes. Regina at Vancouver won't start for another hour and a bit. National Hockey League tonight in the second period. Boston leads Chicago 3-1. Nashville up 1-0 on Toronto. Later on, Dallas in LA against the Kings, and Anaheim at home to Vegas. And in the Professional Women's Hockey League tonight, let's see, we have Minnesota leading Boston 1-0 after 2 periods. New York and Montreal tied 1-1 after 40 minutes of play. That's the out-of-town scoreboard. It's brought to you by All West Sales Rosetown, Highway 7 West. See all their agriculture products and services at allwestsales.ca. We've got the second period coming your way next. 2-1 Saskatoon leads Red Deer. You're listening to Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Win amazing
Just
prizes
take a 30
with
here.
the Breathe.
All right, I was just about to ask that.
Yep.
I have that ready.
Okay.
With a cruise to Hawaii, an Irish getaway, or an African adventure. You can also win a trip to see your favorite sports team live, an incredible home entertainment system, and more. The 50-50 jackpot is already over $100,000. Tickets start at $30. Get your tickets before December 6th at breatheandwin.ca or call 1-866-955-6886. Thank you for your support.
Time to get back to the action. Hang on tight, Blade City. This is the second period. Blades Hockey plays on CJWW.
Second period's a presentation of Bigfoot Vodka, the world's second best vodka. Bigfoot Vodka, by the foot. And that's B-U-Y, the foot. Ah, that's pretty clever, I tell you. Second period face-off going to come up momentarily. It's brought to you by Linda's Printing Place. Think local, think Linda's, where printing is our middle name. 2 seconds remains in a penalty to Tyler Parr of the Blades. Then teams will be back at full and even strength. Saskatoon will move from my left to right wearing the blue jerseys. Rebels in white. Chase Woodsky defending the goal to my right. Bob Millette has the puck. They're going to drop it in and we'll get underway with period number 2. Saunderson pokes it back. Molendyk shoots it down the ice. Penalty over. And back on the ice is Parr. We're at 5-on-5. Saskatoon product Hunter Mayo from behind the net for Red Deer. Left wing Trey Wilkie. Lead feed intercepted at center. Molendyk ahead for Lazowski, who relays it right on goal. And Woodsky has to cover up with Ben Reich up ice looking for a loose puck.
Yeah, and for the Blades, a strong first period. They get out to the early 2-0 lead. I think once Dave Struth called that timeout, and he's a veteran coach who's been around a while in this league, he's got a good feel for the game. So calls a timeout, and you expect to push back from Red Deer, but a new period, you got a chance here to come out strong once again.
Face off to Woodsky's left, to my broadcast right near side circle. Red Deer wins the draw. Mayo for Beckett Hamilton, he can't handle it. Held in by Saunderson. Now Evan Smith ahead, looking for Trey Wilkie. Pass misses the target, and icing is waved off as Wilkie went directly to the puck, and the Blades didn't, and the linesman decided to wave things off. It's back in the Red Deer end. Weir for Evan Smith. Beckett Hamilton stripped of it, neutral ice by Ben Reich. Drops it off Lazowski. Back across. Reich let it go, thinking it was going to go to Tyler Parr. Picked off by the Rebels, and now Jackson Feuder in over the line. Tangled up with Tastad and Seepman. The puck gets through all the way to the goal, and Ethan McCallum covers up. And there's one thing I've seen about Jackson Feuder through 4 periods of play, 3 in Red Deer in this one, and a little bit of the second period. He's just a poop disturber, you know.
Yeah, I mean, 38 penalty minutes on the year already for a guy who's a rookie out of the BCHL. He had 54 last year in the BCHL, so, I mean, I'm not really surprised, I guess, given what WHL team he plays for too. Red Deer, they're typically built like that, I think, from what you can recall in your days.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time where you're like, geez, Red Deer isn't as physical this year?
No, never. Well, maybe pre-Brent Sutter days. Let's put it that way. But you have to go back to like the late 90s. Feuder rims it in. Comes all the way to the right wing side. Talon Brigley to it. Hits the referee in the far corner. And that allows the Blades to break up the cycle. And Hansen on the near wing at center. Here's Calvert in over the line. Drop feed Hansen. Takes the shot and he just missed on the far stick side. Volotovsky keeps it in. Vluzwick, a C-rank prospect by Central Scouting. Got it to the near side. Molendyk cuts it off. And it's kept in deep by Calvert. Vluzwick again hands it off to Feuder. Feuder trying to wheel up the far boards. Trying to poke it by Saunderson. Didn't. Now Gard with it. Gard towards the front of the goal. A backhand shot, Steranka, and a save made by McCallum from in tight. Along the near boards, tied up there. Pinned along the near boards. 4-player scrum now. Molendyk digs it forward. Olsen puts it to the line. Held onside according to Justin Primo. And now it's Molendyk leaving it for Captain Saunderson. Rims it back around the goal to the far wing. Lewandowski in his skates at center ice. Molendyk can't work it free. Here's Evan Smith bursting in. Smith, Cohen, Poulin a shot. Hits traffic. Scramble. Where is it? McCallum down. Will find it and cover up.
Yeah, and just going back to the Rebels program, I think the best example probably of the Rebels program is a guy like Brandon Hagel, who went to Red Deer, was drafted by Buffalo, unsigned by Buffalo, and just working with Brent Sutter throughout his years there, he's turned that into signing with Chicago and then getting traded to Tampa Bay and getting, I think, $50 million from Tampa Bay, and today he's named to the Four Nations roster. So there's a guy who goes through the Rebels program, is not really an NHL, looked at as much NHL talent, and he all of a sudden one of the best players in Canada.
Lind holds the blue line as the Blades were trying to get out. Molendyk behind his net. Dranchak escorts him to the Blades right wing corner boards. Hansen and Bernie are in there. Saunderson looking to dig it out, and does. Plays behind his net. Hansen to it. Sees Lind coming, pushed it forward, but Evan Maitland is Carson Bernie. Tried to step out front, stopped by Molendyk. Lind with it on the near boards. Tries a sharp angle shot, turned aside by McCallum. Tapped back in behind the net now. And Saunderson for Hansen out of the right wing corner, ahead to the Blades line, off the skates of Calvert. Blades don't get out. Here's Dranchak moving in, stripped off his stick before he could get a shot away. And now a long lead pass, and Volotovsky is offside at the Red Deer blue line, but the last couple of minutes, the Rebels have had the Blades hemmed in their zone.
Yeah, they have, and honestly, ever since they took their time out there after the Blades made it 2-0, as Red Deer's out shooting the Blades 8-4 since they took that time out. The shots had been 8-2, so for the Rebels, it hasn't been a ton of scoring chances. They just keep coming after you and are hard on the forecheck.
Face off to the left of McCallum, to my broadcast left far side circle. Puck pops up in the air and comes right out in front. And Parr had to clear that out of the goal crease area. Thurston a shot from the line. Save made, rebound, and a quick whistle as it came free off to the right of McCallum. But by then, the referee had whistled play down.
Yeah, quick whistle there as puck bounced way up in the air, and when the puck goes up in the air over where the boards and the glass meet, you can't see a thing out here, and just goes out to the point there. Thurston takes a shot, and quick whistle there with McCallum and his vintage style pads, if you will, too.
Well, those are his old Medicine Hat pads. Yeah. Pads and gloves.
I'm sure he has new ones. Goalies just hate breaking them in.
Yeah, he may have his new ones. He does have a new mask or helmet design. Is it a helmet or is it a mask now, or is it both?
Good question. Probably a mask.
When I was growing up, trust me, it was a mask, and it wasn't much either. Along the far boards, Klimke for Lazowski, and now Parr in the middle of the ice at center. Hits the Rebels line and over, tosses it forward towards the corner. Wilkie drops it off. Evan Smith behind his goal into the right wing corner. Here's Teterenko out, gives Vluzwick a bump. Lazowski and Teterenko along the far boards. Lazowski trying to dig the puck free. Teterenko in there after it. Lazowski comes out of there with it. Back to the line. Klimke a shot. That's blocked. Teterenko at the side of the goal. Backs it up to the blue line. Klimke to the right wing boards for Volotovsky. Misha Volotovsky works his way up the near wall. Cutting for the net. Gets a shot away, and it's blocked on the way to the goal. Smith for Trey Wilkie. He'll aerial it to center. Seepman will get it to sit down before he gets it ahead for Colton Worthington, driving it into the Red Deer end. Wutzke comes to the near side, flipped out to center ice. Onto it is Isaac Pohl. Pohl picked up his second assist of the season and second point on the second Blades goal back in the first period. Vluzwick under pressure from Cooper Williams gets it on the left wing. Olsen steps into Feuder. Lewandowski can't get started as it's knocked off his stick. And now Vluzwick to the far side, and look out across the way A deflected pass up over the glass and about 10 rows up into the crowd.
Yeah, Luke Blueswick had quite the rough shift there as him and Tatarenko. I actually thought they were going to fight. Went at each other a couple times, and Splade's turned to get on the forecheck a little bit, and lucky for Blueswick there, he didn't have to ice the puck, and he could get a change after a long shift where he probably got hit about 6 or 7 times.
You do know the story about Luke Blueswick, do you not?
All I know is he's a C-rated prospect.
Okay. How about his mom's a pretty good golfer? Here's a shot in the line by Isaac Pohl. In fact, I'll go one step further. She is a long drive champion in Canada for women. Jeez. So she'd outdrive us both combined.
Probably.
Lisa, we say hi to you tonight. Center ice, Pohl stands up guard. Play continues into the Blades end. Talon Brigley tried to center. Off a stick, Jackson Feuder with it. For Weir in the high slot, a shot. Off of bodies to the far boards. In from the blue line is Dmitry Toporowski. Gets it to the end wall, stripped away from him now by Seepman. Graydon Seepman spins away from traffic. Gets it behind the net into the right wing corner. And Pohl ahead at center for Zach Olson. Olson ahead for Lewandowski off his stick into the Rebels near side corner. Lewandowski tangling up there with Talon Brigley. In to help out is Lucas Hansen. 5 players in there. Now it comes free. Lewandowski manages to get it back. And now Calvert along the inboards. Being bothered by Toporowski. Hansen with it. Cycles for Calvert. It skips away from him into the Rebels left wing corner. Weir up the wall. Cut off by Saunderson. Backhanded it in front, but nobody in a blue jersey. And here comes Kaylin Lind from Red Deer to neutral ice. Shoots it in. Dranchak along the inboards. Got Molendyk attached to him. Dranchak bodied off the puck. Then Lind poke check by Molendyk. Up with it is Bernie back to the line. Sent in deep by Weir behind the net. Here's Lind stepping out front at the near post, trying to jam it in. Puck still free. It's on top of bodies in that scramble. And now McCallum dives out, and he has it out of all of that massive humanity at the lip of the goal crease. 7:06 gone in the Bigfoot Vodka second period, and we're getting a timeout. 2-1 Saskatoon with the lead. You're listening to Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Wherever or however you celebrate the holidays, Save On Foods makes entertaining easy. They are the perfect platters, filled with cheeses, gourmet pickles and olives, spinach dip, Mediterranean delights, meats, veggies, sandwiches, pastries, and cakes of every kind, made with fresh, quality ingredients that are ready to serve. Go on, tell your friends you made them yourself. We won't tell. Relax and enjoy yourself this holiday season with Save On Foods fresh party platters.
How do I?
Only at Save On Foods in Kensington, Cumberland Square, and Brighton.
Hey Blades fans, welcome to another exciting year of Blades hockey. I'm Ken Cheveldayoff, MLA Saskatoon Willow Grove. I look forward to seeing you out at the games. To the Priestner family, the Blades staff, coaches, billets, thank you for providing us with this exciting entertainment. Go Blades!
Every blistering slapshot, every bone-crunching hit, every breathtaking save, every play, every game. This is the Saskatoon Blades on CJWW.
A timeout, a presentation of Sardinia Family Restaurant. Visit Alex and the friendly staff on Idlewild today. Face-off coming up in the Saskatoon end to my broadcast left, far side circle to the left of Ethan McCallum. Lucas Hansen for the Blades in the circle against Evan Smith. Hansen wins it to the far boards. Molendyk picks it up, flips it ahead to center. Calvert tied up there by Thurston. Moving in is Volotovsky. Didn't get very much further. Now Calvert off the boards with it. Back across, left point. Here's Molendyk, a shot off of a leg and wide. Smith takes the carom off the corner boards. That's about the third or fourth time an official's been hit by a puck tonight. It's advantage Blades as they keep it alive in the Red Deer end. Molendyk along the near boards turned right into Cohen Poulin, and the puck's forced out and back to the Saskatoon line. Sent to the far wall by Hansen. Volotovsky sifts it into the Red Deer end, and back to it is the defenseman Thurston. Gives it off to his partner Mazura. Ahead on the right wing. It's deflected by Steranka on the pass from Smith into the Blades end. McCallum backhands near side for Saunderson. Couldn't work it past Dranchak. Dranchak along the near boards. Pushes it by Steranka. Morgan Tastad chases it down, gets it ahead by everybody down the ice. And they're going to call icing against the Blades with 8:11 gone in the Bigfoot Vodka second period. Now, you asked the question, how is it that I know about Lisa Vluswick, or Lisa Longball, as she is known as in the long drive circles? I credit my longtime media friend, Lisa Bowes, formerly of TSN. She introduced me to Lisa Longball, Lisa Vluswick, told me all about Luke. I knew about Luke Vluswick probably 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
That he was a pretty good prospect, but the Rebels had drafted.
Young guy in the playoffs last year
Yes,
for
he
them.
was. Face-off win, Mayo. Shot deflected and wide along the near boards. Cycled in by Dranchak behind the net. Bernie under check from Tastat. Lind in there after it. Gets knocked down by Saunderson in the Blades right wing corner. Now a four-player scrum emerges. Lind steps up with the puck. Pushed back to the wall by Tastat. Mayo across. Weir in the slot. Bernie a shot. And Reich will get in front of that and deflect it up high. And that ends up in a sweet.
Yeah, it did. I got to give a shout out to Ben Reich, too, because especially on the Blades, second goal, I believe he's done a lot of great work down low as a centerman, and they're no difference. And he's a guy who just got here in the summer, so we talk about the Blades culture, and he's just kind of getting ingrained to that, as well as blocks a shot up top there, and like you mentioned, all the way over the netting and into one of those boxes about 20 rows up or so.
Yeah. Pre-Con limited shot clock this period is 6-4 in favor of Red Deer. 14-12 overall in favor of the Blades. They lead it 2-1 on the scoreboard where it counts. Vluswick holds the Blades line, takes a shot in wide. Brigley had his stick knocked out of his hands, and the Blades are able to get away and out of the zone. Hansen for Worthington loses his stick on a hit by Vluswick. Puck played behind the net. Ow! Rebels player fell trying to make a play and crashed into the corner boards. Here's coming back in over the line, Lachlan Tedorenko, toe dragged around Gard but forgot the puck. And slowly making his way to the Red Deer bench is Jack Bouquet, the seventh defenseman.
He has not played at all tonight.
No, that's maybe his first shift of the night. He spun, and
I mean, that's kind of how the rotation work. Exactly halfway through the game is when we kind of start to see some of those shifts come in. But yeah, he just literally nobody around him and just kind of ate it into the boards and went in pretty hard. I actually thought they should have probably blown it down just given how long he was on the ice for, but it's a tough one for the young kid.
11 forwards and 7 D in the lineup for both teams tonight. Play in neutral ice, and Saunderson backs up into his own, tosses it ahead into the center ice circle. Cooper Williams sends it into the Red Deer end. The puck rims to the far boards. Cut off by Lewandowski. Williams in there, knocked off his stick. And now Feuder on the far wing at center. In over the Blades line, loose to the middle, tried to give it across. Here's a shot attempt, doesn't get to the goal. It's loose in front, played away. To the line, not out. Thurston a shot. Hits his own man. That's going to smart on Beckett Hamilton, their goal scorer. Olsen, Lewandowski in over the line. Lewandowski in a shot. And he fired it high over top of the net. Steranka now coming into the play. He comes out to replace Beckett Hamilton, who just got back to the bench a few seconds ago. Now Steranka with the puck. Tried to go wide. Stops up. Looks cross ice. Dmitry Toporowski, slap shot from off the far boards. Save made. McCallum, big rebound. Here's Calvert the other way. Rowan Calvert in a shot, and he rifles it high and wide. Blades changing up people. Volotovsky held the puck in at the line while the Blades were changing just nearby. Now another hit, and Evan Smith is slow to get up after getting nailed by Calvert. Rebels starting to go down, playing their own game.
There's 3 guys in the last minute.
Seatman ahead, left wing at center. Volotovsky touches it for Hansen. He'll chip and chase into the Red Deer end. Behind the goal is Dranchak. Cut off by Calvert. Now Calvert and Mayo bump together. Play to the line, not out. Jordan Martin holds the blue line. Jace Weir out of his right wing corner. Ahead for Trey Wilkie. A backhand feed for Carson Burney. In over the Blades line. Seatman takes it away. And away come the Blades at center, but they mishandled it there when they had Hunter Mayo potentially caught. Now they do have him caught again. Here's Volotovsky, and Volotovsky can't get the puck to sit down. Circles the net, centers it. With it is Reich, spins, fires, can't come out. Backhand shot, hit the goal post, par. He looked like he had an open net, but hit the post instead. Here comes Kaylin Lind the other way for the Rebels. Charging in, trying to cut across the front of the goal mouth against Seepman and couldn't do so. Back to the line. Shot in from the blue line by Thurston. Hit Gard beside the net, and now it's Seepman out of his right wing corner. Sends away Reich. Reich on the right wing. Tyler Parr in over the line. Sends it in wide. Off the corner boards, Lazowski. To the line, Klimke a shot. Wutzke will grab and hold with 8:05 left to go in the Bigfoot Vodka second period.
Yeah, and some great action there. First off, point shots from the Rebels defensemen have hit their own players 3 times tonight. And, I mean, injured Beckett Hamilton there, but for the Blades, Volotovsky goes in on a later developing 2-on-1, ends up taking it around the net. Just kind of spins and tries to hit Ben Reich, and it bounces right back door to Tyler Parr. And say it all the time, had Tyler Parr been a left shot, that's probably a goal, but he has to kind of corral it on his backhand. Ends up going back across the net and off the far post.
Pole at the line off of one face-off, and his shot was wide. Puck comes to the near boards. Lewandowski in there battling. Works it free, but Gard is there for the Rebels. Gives it off, and Talon Brigley ahead at center. Klimke had it knocked off his stick. Feuder is on the attack. Jordan Martin takes the bump from Feuder, but played it to Klimke. And now Lewandowski ahead on the far boards. For Zach Olsen. Moving in. Backhand shot save made by Wutzke, hugging his right post. Lewandowski on the far boards, bumping there with Brigley. Played ahead out of the zone. Klimke a good job to take it away from Gard. Lead pass, Cooper Williams in on a breakaway. Williams dekes and lost the handle. Now backhand shot hits the side of the goal. Back in front, Olsen banging away and can't finish it off. Olsen again. Zach Olsen to the far boards. Back to the blue line. Klimke walks to the middle. Klimke still coming to the near side. Gives it off towards the near corner. With it is Hansen. He's taken to the wall by Evan Smith. Now Hansen comes up with it. A shot, he scores! Hooah! Lucas Hansen beats Chase Wutzke high to the left side. What happened in that near corner that allowed Hansen to come out of there with the puck unmolested?
So what happens is Red Deer decides to go to position. One of their defensemen just went and hit Braden Klimke from behind. So Hansen comes out of the corner, has a bit of a 2-on-1 down low, but fires it top shelf as Rebels defenseman just went in the corner, hit Klimke from behind, and Hansen comes out of the corner and rips it over the glove of Chase Wutzke.
Vluswick and Evan Smith double team Klimke and essentially left Lucas Hansen a free pass to goal land.
Well, I said what because I don't even think that there's going to be a penalty on the hit there, but for the Blades, you take that.
Lucas Hansen's third goal of the season gives the Blades a 2-goal lead again at 12:58 of the Bigfoot Vodka second period.
Well, frustrating for the Rebels too, because about a minute before that they allowed a 2-on-0 as well.
His third goal of the season, scored by number 28, Lucas Hansen. The assist to number 4, Braden Klimke. Time of the goal is 12:58.
Now in the Blade zone, in amongst skates, pushed forward by Saunderson, not out, spin and fire by Wilkie, and a save made by McCallum. Now puck comes free to the near boards in the Blades end. Hansen, sprawling, knocks it off the stick of Beckett Hamilton, who's back in play. Blades pass gets blocked and back into the Saskatoon end. Molendyk gets it ahead at center. Worthington's pass picked off. With it there is Dranchak. Dranchak to the far wing, Kaylin Lind. Lind moving in, being watched by Saunderson. A cross-ice pass off of a skate to the near boards. Onto it there, it's sent to the line. Tatarenko gets it out to center ice. And Lind to the far boards and neutral ice. Dranchak brings it into the Blades end. Going wide, stops. Looks back to the line. Weir for Mayo. Back to Jace Weir on the right wing. For Mayo, a shot through traffic, and it goes wide. Along the near boards, Carson Burney. To the end wall, Hansen had Lind under check. Dranchak trying to tie up the stick of Saunderson does. Lind after the puck. In front, Carson Burney a shot, and a block by Lucas Hansen, who's all of a sudden everywhere, doing all kinds of little things, and also scoring goals. He takes a man to the boards and knocks off stride Dranchak, losing his stick. Meanwhile, the Rebels keep it onside. Mayo for Weir. Hunter Mayo, middle of the ice. Feuder, and again, Hansen drops in front, without a stick and deflects the puck up and out of play. 5:13 left to go in the Bigfoot Vodka second period. 3-1 Blades with the lead. You're listening to Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
When it comes to high-quality printing services, look no further than Linda's Printing Place in Saskatoon. Offering a wide range of printing services, their team of experienced professionals will work to bring your vision to life, ensuring your finished products exceed expectations. And with their competitive pricing and quick turnaround times, you can't go wrong with Linda's Printing Place. Call today to learn more about how they can help your business succeed. lindasprinting.ca, where printing is their middle name. Linda's Printing, for all your printing needs.
When your equipment is your livelihood, uptime is everything. And staying 2 steps ahead is part of the job. Brain Agriculture certified inspections keep you on top. If there's an issue, we'll fix it before it breaks. Book by December 31st for up to $300 off. Plus, we'll inspect your baler, Moco, or grain cart free at your tractor inspection. See Brand Ag, your John Deere dealer, and stay productive when it matters most.
Blade City. This is the home of your Blades. CJWW.
Bigfoot Vodka, the world's second best vodka, brings you the second period. Bigfoot Vodka, by the foot. 5:13 remains in the second period. Saskatoon 3, Red Deer 1 as the Blades looking to make it 10 straight wins on home ice. And a 4th straight win overall. Winning a board battle behind his net is Reich. It's played out to center by Parr. Up the near boards and working his way in over the Saskatoon line is Brigley. Feuder tried to center, fanned on it as it was a skittering puck, and Tastad took him to the wall. Seepman in to dig it free, and Graydon Seepman under check from Brigley. Comes away from him. Graydon Seepman up the middle to center. Stepped into by Lind, who was fading back. Now Mayo gets spun around and dumped, and we're going to get a penalty on the Blades. Tripping is going to be the call. Red Deer will get a power play. Their second one of the night. The Blades have yet to have a man advantage in this game, amazingly.
Yeah, and I think there's been some opportunities, but Reich there, he just goes in on Mayo, and Mayo kind of spun out as I think him and Ben Reich ended up catching skates there. As yeah, he did. Mayo tried spinning out of the check, and you know, Hunter Mayo's kind of a guy who I've looked at over the years and maybe been a little bit confused that he hasn't had the NHL opportunity or draft status that a 6'3" great shot defenseman should maybe have. And I know he's attended development camps and whatnot, but
yeah, he attended Winnipeg's development camp this year.
Minnesota before.
Blades penalty to number 19, Ben Reich. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty is 15:28.
Mayo at midpoint, right wing side. Mayo a shot in the line, glove save McCallum, and he'll hold on.
Yeah, nice stop for Ethan McCallum. As like I've talked about tonight, Mayo, a lot of the Rebels power play runs through kind of his type of point shots as he drops a knee there and fires one, and McCallum did a good job in front of the net, kind of ducking out of the way of the screen of Carson Burney and catching that one.
Face-off win, Rebels. All the way back to the line. Wilkie under check. It's at the line and finally comes out. Mayo made sure that neither Volotovsky nor Saunderson could break away shorthanded. Lind in neutral ice. Dumped, but gets it to Carson Burney. He'll backhand into the Blades' end. McCallum can't cut it off behind the net. Now Calvert behind the goal for Molendyk under check. Comes to Calvert. He'll get it all the way to the line, but not out. Here's Hunter Mayo ducking around to check. Still with it in the near circle. Takes the shot. McCallum with a save with Burney practically in his lap. Now sent back across near circle. Mayo in deep. Looks back to the blue line. Feuder. Jackson Feuder. Mid-side. Here's a shot and another stop by McCallum off Mayo with a man right in front trying to screen. I guess there's the advantage to being fairly tall in the case of Ethan McCallum at 6'4" and 198 pounds. He's able to see around people maybe a little more readily than a goaltender, a little bit shorter.
Yeah, and that's about 6 shot attempts there for Mayo. Is one of them earlier in the shift blew the stick out of Ethan McCallum's hands and then comes back around and he switches spots. Originally he's up top, but there he's more kind of on his one-timer side as a right-handed shot and drops a knee again. McCallum catches it, and Lind ends up on his backside, in front, and Blades did a good job boxing out Carson Burney as well.
Blades win the face-off in their defensive zone, and Morgan Tastad rims it around and all the way down the ice. Meant to mention that the timeout that we had just recently was a presentation of Sardinia Family Restaurant. You're on the way to the game dinner stop on Idlewild Drive North. Shot into the Blades end. Parr behind the net. Seatman will find an opening up the middle. Clear it all the way down the ice. 25 seconds left to go in the Red Deer power play against the Blades Save On Foods penalty kill. Shop online at saveonfoods.com. Rebels power play on the road is 18th best in the league at 12.5% proficiency. Blades home ice penalty kill is 21st at 71.4% efficiency. Mayo from the line, a shot ramped up off a stick and wide. Puck to the end boards. Matthew Gard retrieves. Gard pinned to the end boards by Tastad. Puck comes free. Out of the penalty box is Reich, but Thurston able to block the pass just outside the blue line as Parr tried to spring Reich in behind the Rebels' offensive power play for a shot on net. That didn't happen. Rebels get 2 shots on goal on that man advantage. They are 0 for 2 tonight on the power play against the Blades Save On Foods penalty kill with 3 shots on goal. And the reason why I said earlier that amazing that the Blades have yet to have a power play chance and the Rebels have had 2 is you take a look at the penalty minute stats. Rebels are the 3rd most penalized team in the Western Hockey League, averaging 15 minutes per game. The Blades are the least penalized team, averaging 7.6 minutes per game. It doesn't necessarily mean the game gets called that way, but usually the teams play to their identity, if you will, or to their numbers, but not tonight. In the Saskatoon end to my left, Hamilton and Klimke tying up. Martin having a hands full with a Rebel forward on the play, that being Wilkie. Rimmed around on the boards by the Blades. Lewandowski for Cooper Williams. He'll get the center and backhanded into the Red Deer end. Lewandowski up ice, almost took it away from Vluswick, but he survives. Evan Smith to the near wing for Steven Steranka, and the Regina product, Steranka, gets it into the Blades end. Molendyk, long lead pass off of Parr's stick to the end boards in the Red Deer end. Played up the far wall by Toporowski. Reich blocked the pass, now takes it away. Lazowski gets a high stick in the mush from Steranka, and the fans give the officials a Bronx cheer. A mocking, sarcastic one, if you will, saying, yeah, about time that there's a penalty on the Rebels. Steranka will go off for high sticking at 18:51 of the second period. Yes, there are a lot of officials in the stands. Think they know better. I got news for you. But at least the 2 sides can agree on this one. It puts the Blades on an advantage collision man advantage. Brought to you by Advantage Collision, the family shop that cares. Face off to the right of goaltender Wutzke, and won by Calvert, but sent over top of the stick of Molendyk down the ice.
Red Deer penalty to number 16, Steven Steranka, 2 minutes for a high sticking. Time of the penalty, 18:51.
Calvert to the end boards, and a good job by Thurston to box out on Ben Reich and then clear the puck all the way down the ice. Blade power play working at 24.7% proficiency for the season, 8th best in the Western Hockey League. Rebels penalty kill is 15th in the league at 74.6% efficiency. Parr for Lazowski, cuts to the middle. For Parr in the right wing circle, back up top Molendyk. To the left wing Reich, tries a shot, and Wutzke down will absorb and hold with 20.1 seconds left to go in the Bigfoot Vodka second period. Coming up in the second intermission, we'll have the Blades inside edge. Adam Ermentrout is downstairs outside the Blades locker room. He'll talk with either Andrew Sauer or Jeff Harvey, Blades assistant coach or Blades goaltender coach, walking off the ice. We'll have the highlight montage, the game summary, including the Precon limited shot clock and the out-of-town scoreboard. Face off to the right of Wutzke to my broadcast right. Calvert for the Blades. against Brigley for the Rebels. And again, Calvert wins. Seepman left wing side. Reich. Seepman midpoint. Looks for a shooting lane and nails Lazowski in the backside and knocked him down. Puck dumped down the ice by the Rebels. Seepman back, being watched by Carson Burney. Bounce pass ahead for Parr in the middle at center for Reich, and over the line, Calvert for Parr, and too many passes as the time wound up in the second period. The Blades will take 51 seconds worth of power play time into the third period. They'll also take a 3-1 lead into the third period as we are done 40 minutes of play. Now it's time to start our second intermission programming, starting off with the Blades Inside Edge, a presentation of Lambert Distributing, your authorized Husqvarna dealer. From the city to the acreage, they have you covered for every season. As we send it downstairs outside the Blades locker room to Adam Ermentrup.
Thanks, Les. Outside the Blades locker room with goalie coach Jeff Harvey. And Jeff, your title's goalie coach, but I kind of consider that goalie development coach with what you do in scouting other goalies. And just what about Ethan McCallum made him attractive to you guys to get here in Saskatoon, and what have you liked about his game tonight?
Honestly, we looked at him in the 06 draft group with Evan Gardner as well, so I'm very familiar with his game coming into it. And I just identified a lot, well, we as an organization identified a lot in his game that we feel that we could build on and bring the most out of him. And I felt nothing against Medicine Hat and what's gone on there, but we felt a fresh opportunity here and a few tweaks that things going to hit the ground running. It's going to sky's the limit for him.
And for him, he hasn't played in a while. Just there hasn't been a spot where you'd say that's a backup goalie game with the strength of the schedule and stuff like that. Just how difficult is that for him to step in, and your thoughts maybe on his play right now?
Really good, and we knew we had a plan when we traded for him. I was gone at under 17s and the team was on the road, so there was no time. Then we knew there was a couple changes we had to make to his game, so it was important to shut him down. We said, let's just take our time. Because making changes on the fly and playing the Western Hockey League is not the easiest thing to do. So we took the extra time it needed, a couple extra weeks there, and then we knew it was going to be a little break, but for him to get out there the way he's played tonight, I'm very impressed.
Last year, you guys have had 2-goal lead most of the night. Just your thoughts on the third?
Yeah, we just got to get back to playing Blades hockey. I feel like we're letting them dictate the play a little too much here and letting them run around on our end, where we just got to get back on the forecheck, get pucks deep, the old saying in hockey, just pucks deep and pucks to the net, but honestly it works. And that's our template for the season. We got to get back to that.
Thanks, Jeff.
No problem, Trotter.
Back up to you, Les.
All right, thank you very much, Adam Ermentrup, along with Jeff Harvey, goaltender coach for the Saskatoon Blades. On the Blades Inside Edge, brought to you by Lambert Distributing, your authorized Husqvarna dealer. From the city to the acreage, they have you covered for every season. Stand by. We've got the highlight montage, the game summary, including the pre-con limited shot clock coming your way in 3 minutes' time. 3-1 Blades lead after 2 periods. You're listening to Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Every vodka company claims to be a #1 selling award-winning vodka. Let's face it, they care about awards, not vodka. Bigfoot Vodka is proudly the world's only second-best vodka. It's the perfect everyday low-cost, high-value vodka. They're perfectly happy to be second-best. While the so-called #1 companies are dusting their meaningless industry awards, Bigfoot is just making good vodka for you. Bigfoot Vodka. Refreshing, down to earth. The world's only second-best vodka.
Bigfoot Vodka. Vodka by the foot.
All West Sales in Rosetown is Saskatchewan's central and southwest dealer for all your farming needs. They have the brands that get the job done, along with an unmatched selection of equipment, like the all-new Vale Portable 6,500 bushel grain bin made right here in Saskatchewan. Top names including Mandaco, Apache Sprayers, Schulte, Farm King, Versatile, and Demco. For over 37 years, All West Sales have been selling and servicing new and used farming and agriculture equipment. Contact the crew at All West Sales in Rosetown today.
Pork roast and stir fry.
Pork tenderloin. Yum.
This holiday season, feel inspired with Sask Pork. Following strict on-farm programs, our producers ensure the highest quality pork is delivered to your table while maintaining top animal welfare practices. We take pride in every hog that steps on our farms. Sask Pork, locally raised, it's a nutritional powerhouse. For holiday-inspired meals, visit saskpork.com. Proudly representing Saskatchewan's community of hog producers.
Wherever or however you celebrate the holidays, Save On Foods makes entertaining easy. They are the perfect platters, filled with cheeses, gourmet pickles and olives, spinach dip, Mediterranean delights, meats, veggies, sandwiches, pastries, and cakes of every kind, made with fresh, quality ingredients that are ready to serve. Go on, tell your friends you made them yourself. We won't tell. Relax and enjoy yourself this holiday season with Save On Foods Fresh Party Platters. Only at Save On Foods in Kensington, Cumberland Square, and Brighton.
Hi, Chad here from Shield Coatings, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Thanks to everyone who stopped by this year, and we look forward to meeting all our new customers in 2025. Let Shield Coatings protect your vehicle from winter salt and rust. Call 952-COAT or stop by 2122 Faithful Avenue.
Hi, I'm Jennifer from Anytime Fitness. We are passionate about promoting healthy aging, so we created the Ageless Fitness Program. Certified Ageless Fitness Specialists empower older adults to enhance strength, balance, and well-being. Philosophy, techniques, and movements performed target the 45 to 75-year-old population to improve and maintain an exceptional quality of life. Ageless Fitness runs 10 a.m. Mondays and Wednesdays in Warman and Tuesdays and Thursdays in Saskatoon at 120 Tweed Lane. We make being healthy fun.
Blade City, this is Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Bob Millette has the puck. They're going to drop it in. We'll get underway with period number 2. Now Gard with it. Gard towards the front of the goal. A backhand shot, Starenka, and a save made by McCallum from inside. Smith, Cohen, Poulin, a shot, hits traffic, scramble, where is it? McCallum down, will find it, and cover up. Our side circle, puck pops up in the air and comes right out in front. Parr had to clear that out of the goal crease area. Thurston, a shot from the line, save made, rebound, and a quick whistle as it came free off to the right of McCallum. Sent in deep by Weir, behind the net. Here's Lynn stepping out front at the near post, trying to jam it in. Puck still free. It's on top of bodies in that scramble. And now McCallum dives out, and he has it. Out of all of that massive humanity at the lip of the goal crease, Wolitowski can't get the puck to sit down. Circles the net, centers it. With it is right, spins, fires, can't come out. Backhand shot, hit the goal post. Parr. He looked like he had an open net. With it is Hansen. He's taken to the wall by Evan Smith. Now Hansen comes up with it. A shot, he scores! Hooah! Lucas Hansen beats Chase Witzke high to the glove side. What happened in that near corner that allowed Hansen to come out of there with the puck? Mayo at midpoint, right wing side. Mayo, a shot in the line. Glove save McCallum. The Blades will take 51 seconds worth of power play time into the third period. They'll also take a 3-1 lead into the third period as we are done 40 minutes of play. That's the highlight montage. Now for the game summary, a presentation of Saskatchewan Lotteries, supporting sport, culture, and recreation. The referees tonight are Bob Millette, Terrington Wyanzik. The goaltenders, Ethan McCallum for the Saskatoon Blades and Chase Witzke for the Red Deer Rebels. Blades open the scoring 16 seconds into the game. Brandon Lisowski with his 13th goal of the year, his 250th career point in the Western Hockey League, and his 134th career goal, tying him for 7th spot on the all-time Blades list with none other than Dave Struch, the head coach of the Red Deer Rebels. Ben Saunderson with his 15th assist, 17th point. Tyler Parr with his 15th assist and 25th point, the opening goal 16 seconds in. Ben Reich made it 2-0 with his 16th goal and 36th point of the year. Lisowski with his 13th assist and 26th point, a 2-point game for Brandon Lisowski. He has 8 multi-point games on the season now. Isaac Pohl with his 2nd assist and 2nd point of the year. A 2-0 Blades lead at 12:36 of the first period. Red Deer got on the board. Beckett Hamilton 7th from Trey Wilkie and Evan Smith at 15:28. It was 2-1 for the Blades after the first period. Pre-con limited shot clock in the first frame was 10-6 in favor of the Blades. In the second period, the only goal coming from Lucas Hansen, his 3rd goal, 3rd point of the season. Braden Klimke with his 6th assist and 8th point of the year at 12:58 made it 3-1 for the Blades after 40 minutes of play. On the pre-con limited shot clock in the second period, 10-9 in favor of Red Deer. The Rebels are being outshot by the Blades 19-16 on the shot clock, brought to you by Pre-Con Limited, solid as concrete through 2 periods of play. 3 minor penalties in the game, 2 of them to Saskatoon. The Rebels are 0 for 2 on the power play against the Blades. Save on Foods penalty kill with 3 shots on goal. The Blades will take 51 seconds of time in the man advantage power play into the advantage collision man advantage into the third period as they have their first power play chance of the night going into the third. On the face-offs tonight, through 2 periods. The Blades have won 22 of 36. Best for the Blades in the circle has been Lucas Hansen, winning 9 of 12. For the Red Deer Rebels, their best in the face-off area has been Samuel Dranchak, winning 5 of 7. Individual shots on goal of the Blades, 19 shots on goal tonight. Lucas Hansen has 4 of them. And for the Red Deer Rebels, out of their 16 shots on goal, Steven Starenka and Hunter Mayo each have 3 shots on goal. Through 2 periods of play, it's Saskatoon 3 and Red Deer 1. That is the game summary, brought to you by Saskatchewan Lotteries, supporting sport, culture, and recreation. We're back with the 3rd period next. Well, actually, we'll come back with the out-of-town scoreboard first, then the 3rd period. So out-of-town scoreboard next. 3-1. Blades lead at home over Red Deer. You're listening to Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Hello, Goaltech. Royden speaking. How can I help you?
Hey there. We have a goalie in the family, and we need some equipment.
We have everything for everyone. All the top brand names, including Bauer, CCM, True, and Vaughn. We also take trades and have a great selection of used gear.
Do you offer lessons?
Yes, we do. We have an expert staff that can take your goalie to the next level. 3 of our students are playing in the NHL right now.
Fantastic. Can we sign up online?
Yes, you can. Just go to our website at goaltech.net. See you soon.
Goaltech, your goaltending experts, 400 Duchess Street.
Your home is a reflection of your unique personal style. And if you're like many, you may be thinking it's time for a refresh. Kitchen and Bath Classics on 51st Street brings you the best in tubs, faucets, vanities, sinks, and more, including their stunning new lighting display. Affordable to luxury, their design experts are here to help. You'll love their hands-on showroom with upgraded and new displays. Only at Kitchen and Bath Classics, the original kitchen and bath store, 649 51st Street East.
Hi, this is Dan, owner of Berg's Plumbing and Heating. With a nickname like Bookham, it's no wonder I hear this on a daily basis.
Need to finance a new furnace? Book 'em, Dano.
Need a quote on plumbing? Book 'em, Dano.
Ready for a new water heater or boiler? Book 'em, Dano.
At Berg's Plumbing and Heating, we can service any make of furnace or install a new furnace to keep you warm this winter. Have a plumbing or heating renovation? We can do that too. Just call me up and say,
Book 'em, Dano.
For a free estimate or to book an appointment, call us at Berg's Plumbing and Heating or visit bergsplumbingandheating.com.
At home and on the road, the Blades are live on CJWW.
CJWW and McDonald's bring you Fan Day deals. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, you can score a Big Mac, McChicken, or filet of fish for just $4 on the McDonald's app. Download the McDonald's app to score the deals and earn My McDonald's rewards. Now's a chance for you to win a $100 McDonald's gift card from tonight's game. Text McChicken to 306-938-0600. That's McChicken. You text that to 306-938-0600. You could be the one winning a $100 McDonald's gift card. That's as long as Ben Brooks and the Mood Crew draw your name and announce it tomorrow morning on CJWW. Also, Ben drew a name back on Monday of a winning entry in the McDonald's contest. That turned out to be Adela Meyer, or Meyer, sorry, M-E-Y-E-R. Adela Meyer won the $100 gift card back on Monday morning from Saturday's game when the Blades were victorious 4-3 in a shootout over Swift Current. All right, let's move on to the out-of-town scoreboard, a presentation of All West Sales Rosetown, Highway 7 West. See all their agriculture products and services at allwestsales.ca. Elsewhere in the Western Hockey League tonight, Swift Current leads Medicine Hat 3-1 after 2 periods. And about 20 minutes away from starting in Langley, BC, the Vancouver Giants at home to the Regina Pats. In the National Hockey League, actually, let's go to the PWHL first. These are 2 games are both final. Minnesota slipping past Boston 2-1, and New York winning in Montreal by a score of 4-1. And in the NHL, 4 games tonight. In the 3rd period, Boston leads Chicago 4-2. And Toronto has a 3-1 lead on Nashville in the 3rd period. Coming up in about 25 minutes' time, Dallas is in Los Angeles to play the Kings. Anaheim at home to Vegas. That's the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by All West Sales Rosetown, Highway 7 West. See all their agriculture products and services at allwestsales.ca. We're back with the 3rd period next. 3-1 Blades lead over Red Deer. You're listening to Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Welcome to Sardinia Family Restaurant, a legend in the making, offering a menu overflowing with traditional favorites. Sardinia makes sure everyone is satisfied. From pizza to pasta, salads, and a variety of options, Alex and the smiling staff always make you feel at home with a full meal. Enjoy 3 pieces of delicious pork chops for just $20.99, or the 2-piece chicken parmigiana for just $22.99. Comes with potato and garlic toast plus super salad. Sardinia. Sardinia, a legend in the making on Ottawa. Over 36 years and going strong. Precon Limited, a family-owned business that has been manufacturing and supplying precast concrete products for Saskatchewan customers with the best quality and service possible. In the market for a septic tank, steps, residential fence, planters, or other precast concrete products? Call Precon Limited at 306-931-9229 or look them up online, preconltd.ca. Precon Limited, 306-931-9229.
Can Seed Equipment. 40 years of grain handling and processing experience, selling the top products in the industry. From the family farm to a large-scale operation, Can Seed Equipment will customize a plan for success. From initial discussions to working with sales representatives and in-house engineers to installation, servicing, and maintenance. Can Seed Equipment are the process partners you trust with quality solutions that work. Can Seed Equipment, from the back of the combine to the food on your table.
20 more minutes. The final 20. It's Saskatoon Blades' third period action on CJWW. Here's Les Lazarus.
Here we go, heading for the third period, waiting on the officials first, and then the teams to arrive on the scene. For the Blades, they have outscored opponents in third periods 31-20. And are plus 45 shots on goal for to shots on goal against. More importantly, when leading after 2 periods, the Blades have 8 wins and an extra time loss in 9 previous occasions in which they've led after 40 minutes of play. On the other side, for the Red Deer Rebels, when trailing after 2 periods, it's the 12th time this year, 2 wins and 9 losses. Rebels in third periods have been outscored 28-23 and are even on the shot clock. Shots on goal for to shots on goal against. So we await the look on the 2 teams. Brandon Lazowski with a 2-point night as mentioned. 3 points in 2 games in the season series. Swift Current with a 2-goal lead over Medicine Hat. Blades would like to stay 7 points ahead of the Broncos atop the East Division if that result holds, and the Blades would like this one to hold. Red Deer came into tonight tied for 4th with Swift Current in the Eastern Conference standings. They could be on their own in 5th place once this game is done tonight. We'll see. 20 minutes still to go as the officials are out. Have the Blades coming out any moment now. What's the feeling like downstairs there, sir?
Yeah, I thought it didn't seem like the Blades were overly happy about their second period, to be honest with you. I mean, Jeff Harvey, anytime they say we have to go back to playing Blades hockey, yeah. to me that means that they aren't thrilled at the period, right? They got into a little extracurricular stuff, and we both know that that's not the Blades game at all. And you know, you can play physical and stuff, but when guys like on Red Deer, such as, you know, Gard and Feuder and Kalen Lynn start running around a little bit and drag you into stuff, you almost get more concerned with that than you do with the puck. And for the Blades here, we talk about this often too, is got a power play to start the period. You better step on the gas here because there's not much time left in the power play, and usually you're not at your sharpest at the start of a period too.
So the third period face-off, a presentation of Linda's Printing Place. Think local, think Linda's, where printing is our middle name. Hunter Mayo plays the puck ahead off of one face-off. And backing up into his own, Molendyk, right wing at his blue line for Tyler Parr. Comes ahead, right wing pass Lazowski, sends it through to the corner. Parr is knocked off stride, and Hunter Mayo with the puck sends it all the way down the ice. Molendyk, Reich, Parr, Lizowski, and Calvert. The Blade power play. Molendyk wheeling away from Carson Burney. Hits the line. Poke check. Gets it back along the near boards. Rims it in. Mayo stops and has time. Gets it to the line. Molendyk knocks it out of midair but couldn't hold it. And now backing up into his own by Kalen Lind. To the far boards for Parr. Power play time winding up. Parr's pass is off of a skate, comes to the near side, right into the near corner. Lizowski, bounce pass back to the line. Saunderson sends it towards the goal. A save made by Wutzke off of a redirect. Rebels come away with it. And now Burney knocked down by Lizowski in neutral ice. Thurston sends it into the Blades' end. It's laid offside as Burney was trying to scramble out of the zone after getting knocked down from the blind side by Lizowski. Here's Seepman for Cooper Williams. Ahead for Zach Olson. He touched that into the Red Deer end, avoiding icing. Puck to the near boards. Lewandowski knocked it free. Vluswick to the near side. Lewandowski lets it go to the line. Jordan Martin ahead, off of a high stick. Send it front! On a big save made by Wutzke off of Zach Olson, point blank. Great opportunity there for the Blades, who had just one shot on goal on that power play, the advantage collision man advantage going into the third period. Feuder, that one sent in on goal, turned aside by McCallum into the far corner in the Blades' end. Talon Brigley under check from Martin, who boxes him out. Cooper Williams for Graydon Seepman. Seepman in the middle of the ice carries, and now in over the line, going wide, knocked off his stick by the Rebels' defense. Good job there by Dmitry Toporowski. A battle for it along the near boards. In there is Calvert, who sends it to the end wall. Missouri backhands around. Here's Martin in from the line, puts it into skates, and now turning the other way is Trey Wilkie. Wilkie with Beckett Hamilton joining him. Wilkie in front for Hamilton, and a good job. Well, Martin did a good job to get back, but he hooked him up. And there's going to be a penalty against Jordan Martin of the Blades, and the Rebels will get another power play.
Yeah, honestly, a good penalty for Jordan Martin to take, because it's probably a goal, and if he doesn't, and that play looks similar, that's the exact same play and the exact same two guys that combined for the Rebels goal. Wilkie going down the left side, tries to go back door for Beckett Hamilton, and all Martin can do is hook him, but crazy how similar that looked to their goal.
Face off in the Blades end of my broadcast right, far side circle to the right of Ethan McCallum. Face off win for Volotovsky, surrounded by white jerseys. Molendyk gives to Saunderson, he'll shoot it down the ice.
Okay. Time of the penalty is 2:40. Martin for hooking at 2 minutes 40 seconds.
So another power play for the Rebels against the Blades. Save On Foods penalty kill. Shop online at saveonfoods.com. Hunter Mayo at the left point. Feuder along the left wing boards. Back into the middle. Here's a shot. They score. Kalen Lind out of the high slot. One times it past Ethan McCallum, and it's a one-goal hockey game.
Yeah, and that's the first of the year for the Nashville Predators. Second round pick as the Rebels on the power play here, just 33 seconds in. Feuder stops up and hits Lind right in the high slot there. The Blades D are too low, and the forwards aren't there either. So Lind just one times that and blasts it past Ethan McCallum.
So Kalen Lind, like you say, his first goal of the season. This is only his sixth game due to injuries and suspensions and other such things like that. Second round pick of the Nashville Predators in 2023. Feuder and Mayo will get assists.
The season scored by number 13, Kalen Lind. The assist to number 11, Jackson Feuder, and number 5, Hunter Mayo. That's a power play goal at 3:13. Lind.
Dumped into the Rebels' end, comes off the backboards to the right of the Rebels' goal, and goaltender Wutzke not going to take any chances, covers up on the play.
Yeah, and just one of those games too where the Rebels just haven't seemed to go away. You go up 2-0, they make it 2-1. You go up 3-1, they make it 3-2, and it's always the danger of playing a team a decent amount lower than you in the standings, where if you can't put them away and kind of keep your 2-goal leads, you just leave for so much uncertainty.
Face-off win by the Rebels in their zone. It's sent back to the line. Here's Tastad moving up. Tastad along the near board. Going to head behind the net. Now we'll drop it off behind the goal. Parr plays it to the near side, but there's only white jerseys there. And an outlet feed by Beckett Hamilton for Trey Wilkie. Wilkie in over the line, going wide. A shot hit the goal post, bounces in front. Backhand attempt by Evan Smith. Doesn't get to the net. Seepman leaves it in his left wing corner. Tastad's outlet feed finds Tyler Parr at center. He'll send it into the Red Deer end. And now we'll peel off on a change as the Cooper Williams line comes out with Lewandowski and Zach Olson. Cross ice pass by the Rebels into the Blades end. Molendyk feeds it to his deep partner Saunderson. A head off Williams stick to center. Dranchak collects there. Samuel Dranchak for Carson Burney. Couldn't dance around Saunderson. Williams gets it out to center. Missouri trying to drive it into the Blades end off of a stick up and out of play with 4:32 gone in the third period.
Yeah, and a lot of fight shown by the Rebels tonight. They won last night in Prince Albert and come here, go down 2-0 early, and mentioned the fight back, and big boost for them too, getting Kalen Lind back from injury, and then I guess what turned into a suspension about 3 minutes in his return from injury. But a guy who's an assistant captain of their team, Ollie Josephson, their captain, currently out right now.
So your winning Wednesday or Wiener Wednesday crowd both apply tonight here at SaskTel Center is 3,332. Just announced. McCallum, the goaltender, out behind the net, gets it up the near boards. Volotovsky ahead off a stick. Toporowski hooks it out to center. Volotovsky gets dumped in neutral ice. Rebels with it. Lind shoots it into the Blades end. Puck rims to the near side corner. Burney knocked it off the stick of Saunderson, and Gard pushed it wide. At the side of the net, knocked away from Kalen Lind in time. Volotovsky mishandles it out to center. And it's played high on the glass into the Blades end by Vluswick. Saunderson, the Saskatoon captain. 20-year-old from Carberry, Manitoba. Williams pushed it in over the line, but not deep. Wilkie for the Rebels gets it the other way into the Blade zone. Klimke and Beckett Hamilton tie up along the end boards. Wilkie digs it free. Isaac Pohl trying to stay with him. Back to the line. Here's a shot off the side of the net. And now McCallum with Williams shoving Evan Smith into the goaltender. And the referee says, you know what? You keep shoving your guy into your own netminder. That's not his fault. It's your fault. It's what the referee is saying. The fans don't agree, obviously. As Evan Smith at center ice gets it into the Blades end. Ethan McCallum swings it to Braden Klimke for Isaac Pohl. There may only be 3,300 of them, but the fans are sure letting the officials know what they think.
There's 3 penalties tonight.
In the near side corner. Rebels get it towards the line, not out. Here's Tastad, a shot. Ramps up off a stick, goes up and out of play. We'll get a timeout, 6 minutes and 13 seconds into the third period. Blades 3, Red Deer 2. You're listening to Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Have you seen the salt truck? So have we. Chad here from Shield Coatings. We know that your vehicle has to be protected from winter salt and rust. Let Shield Coatings take care of you. Our permanent corrosion control will stop and prevent rust from taking a bite from your vehicle. Brand new or just new to you, we can protect them all. Packages for all types of vehicles and budgets. Stop rust here. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, Shield Coatings for all your vehicle protection needs. 952-COAT or stop by 2122 Faithful Avenue.
Family gathered around the solid wood kitchen table. Grandkids on Grandpa's knee listening to stories as they sway back and forth on his handcrafted rocking chair. The best gifts are memories, stories, handed down from generation to generation like an heirloom. Amish Heirlooms Furniture. Affordable, handcrafted, high-quality, solid wood furniture. Traced back to a time when horsepower was really a horse and handcrafted was all you could get. Today, Amish Heirlooms Furniture is a modern classic. 550 Circle Drive East in Saskatoon. AmishHeirlooms.ca. Classics that become heirlooms.
Blades Hockey and all the hard-hitting action is right here on CJWW.
That timeout was brought to you by Sardinia Family Restaurant, a legend in the making, on Idlewild. Face-off in the Red Deer end to my broadcast left, near side circle to the right of Chase Woodsky. Red Deer wins the draw. Feuder fans on a pass. Now has room to go with the puck. carrying in, going to circle the Blades net, comes out the near side, looks back to the line. Mayo a shot. McCallum the save. Gard puts a stick in there as if to dig it free and gets a couple of shoves, one from both defensemen after the play is done.
Yeah, and Matthew Gard, I mean, 6'4.5", 193 pounds, 18 points last year, already 17 this year. So just 1 point off his career high, and a B-rated prospect by Central Scouting, and it's a lot to like if you're them.
Dranchak against Lucas Hansen in the circle to the right of Ethan McCallum to my broadcast right. Scrambled draw, kicked back into the Blades right wing corner. Below the goal line, it's sent in front, and a good job by Calvert to hook up the stick. Now moving in, here's Mayo, a shot, he scores! Hunter Mayo comes off the point to a loose puck and puts it home, and we're tied up at 3-3.
Yeah, and that just happens off the draw. Originally, Lynn gets the puck, and the Blades are on the wrong side of him as some mad scramble in front. Bernie just kind of pokes it free, and you have 5 blue jerseys down kind of below even the bottom of the circle, and Bernie actually did a good job. He almost went to spin and fire that one, but left it for Hunter Mayo, who has got to have over 10 shot attempts tonight as he kind of throws a changeup on net. It looks like, I'm not sure what it hit or not. I think a Blade stick, and goes shelf.
So 6:38 into the third period. 2 goals in this frame by the Rebels. That tied it up at 3-3. And Hunter Mayo suddenly has a goal and an assist all in this
Rebels
period.
goal, his 10th of the season, scored by number 5, Hunter Mayo. The assist to number 15, Carson Burney. Time of the goal, 6:38.
Somebody was asking me what I expected tonight of the game. I said, probably another 1-goal affair. The Blades seem to be good at that, and these two teams seem to be good at playing in those. And yes, I feel somewhat prophetic. Here comes Calvert for the Blades in over the Red Deer line. Ducks a couple of checks, throws it in wide. Volotovsky couldn't come up with it. In from the line is Seatman, rimming it in behind the goal to the far side. Calvert under check from Toporowski in the Red Deer left wing corner. Volotovsky in to help out. Missouri knocks him down. Reich back to the line. Saunderson looking, takes the shot off a leg and wide. Comes in front. Calvert's stick was tangled up, couldn't get it free. Reich picks it up all the way back to the blue line. His shot is blocked by Evan Smith and ricochets to neutral ice. Reich for Seatman. In the middle at center, Saunderson couldn't collect it cleanly. Here's Matthew Gard up the far wing. In over the line, a shot. That's high over top of the net. Comes up the near boards. Vluzwick shoots it in. That rims to the far boards in the Blades end. And Parr out to center. Onto it, Reich. Crisscrosses with Lazowski into the zone. Reich shoots it in wide. It comes off the corner boards right out in front. Played to the near wall. Onto it is Tyler Parr. Parr towards the goal. Cut off by Vluzwick. And Vluzwick to center as Lazowski finishes a check on Brigley. Now in over the lines, Feuder for Gard. His poke check, and now sent ahead by Lazowski for Parr. In over the Red Deer line, fading to the right wing. Spins, sends it ahead by Lazowski. That went up high on the glass and comes to the near side. And the Rebels onto it will aerial it to center. Off the skate of Molendyk, picked up. Moving in is Thurston, a shot, and he drives it hard and wide. Kicked free by Dranchak off the far boards. Klimke in the corner. Comes up the wall, and Lewandowski for Cooper Williams who overskates. Dranchak in a shot. Save made by McCallum, and with it is Klimke for Lewandowski. David Lewandowski up the near boards into the Red Deer end. Mayo hustled back to knock it away from Olsen, who gets it to the end wall. Now Williams intercepts a pass. Cooper Williams back to the line. Seatman a shot. That's blocked into the near side corner. Williams trying to bank it in off the goaltender from below the goal line. That didn't work. And Carson Burney the other way for the Rebels. Hits the Blades line and over. Onto it is Kalen Lind along the near board. Lind back to the line. Mayo tees up a shot. That hits traffic in front. Carson Burney knocked down by Tastad before he could make a play. Dranchak for Jace Weir. Gets a return feed from Mayo. Weir spinning up the far boards towards the far corner. Cycles in behind the net. Wilkie overcomes the checking of Seatman. Trey Wilkie towards the goal. That's wide. Comes up the near boards. Mayo towards the goal. Deflected right on net. And a save made. And now Olsen with it. Ahead, looking for Lewandowski, who was behind the defense. And Olsen didn't hear the tap of the stick on the ice from long range because Lewandowski was open early. The pass was made and was deflected away by the Rebels. Past the midpoint just. of the third period. A 3-3 tie here in Saskatoon, the Blades and the Rebels. Sent ahead, we're going to get a simultaneous touch. The puck propelled up into the bench and out of play.
Yeah, and one thing I'd say for the Blades here that they've maybe haven't been able to get to as much as they would have liked to tonight is just getting, it's cliche to say like Jeff Harvey said, but they haven't gotten a lot of pucks behind the Red Deer's defensemen. Like how many times have you seen tonight a turnover at the Rebels blue line or in the neutral zone that, you know, Red Deer just is trying to clog it up, and the Blades haven't done a good enough job, in my opinion, to get pucks in behind them.
Rebels now have the advantage on the shot clock for the game, out shooting the Blades here in the third period 7-2 and 23-21 overall on the pre-con limited shot clock. Poked back to the line. Here's Klimke trying a shot. That doesn't get to the net. Up with it. Parr tried to center it. It was blocked in front. Good job by Matthew Gard, and now Gard away with Talon Brigley. 3-on-2. Sent across out of the reach of Jackson Feuder. Wright's trying to push Feuder away and does so. Puck out the center, ripped back into the Blades and by Derek Thurston. Comes to the near side for Braden Klimke as the Rebels change on the fly. Klimke at center, deflected by Parr off the far glass and down into the Red Deer end to my left. Now it's the Blades' turn to change up. Granchak comes to the near side. Backhanded by Kalen Lind into the Saskatoon end. McCallum for Saunderson. Hacks at it, didn't get it past the referee, and a backhander wide of the goal. Lind kept it onside briefly. Hansen got it out to center, but that's as far as he gets. And now Vluswick ahead, deflected by Lind into the Blades zone. Molendyk back to it for the Blades. Up the near boards, off the skates of Volotovsky. Wilkie, left wing, shot in by Beckett Hamilton into the Saskatoon zone. Volotovsky hacks it out to center. Calvert rolls it in on goaltender Wutzke, who will put the paddle down, stop it, and cover up with Lucas Hansen up ice quickly, trying to hope that something would happen for him in front of the net. But there's 8:18 remaining in regulation time, and the Blades and the Rebels are tied up at 3-3.
Yeah, and for both teams right now, they do have the 11-7 dress and pretty much down to 3 lines and 6 defensemen. It's like you said, under 10 minutes left in this one.
Face off in the Red Deer end. To my broadcast left, near side circle to the right of goaltender Chase Wutzke. Gard wins the draw. Puck to the near boards. Feuder under check. Comes free, taken by Brigley. His pass off a leg comes to center. And then Tastad sends it into the Red Deer end. Mayo finds Feuder out of his zone to center. Right wing Talon Brigley. Tried a shot off a stick into the far corner. Cycled by Gard in behind the Blades net. Seepman drops it back for Morgan Tastad. Ahead at center for Zach Olson. Trying to find the puck along the far boards. Gets it in over the line, and Lewandowski sets him up. Olson tried to go cross ice. That was blocked. Olson's out there right now with Reich and Lewandowski. Tied up in the far corner, dug out by the Rebels and lifted out to center ice. Jordan Martin with it there. Ahead for Reich, out of his reach. This goes down the ice, and it's icing, the call against Saskatoon, with 7:22 remaining in the third period.
Yeah, tough one there for the Blades, and zone time tonight's just been pretty limited outside of a couple of Rebels hiccups that have led to the Blades goals. Talked about it a little bit tonight, but you're out shooting them 8-2 at one point, and since then it's about 21-14 for Red Deer, who have carried a lot of the play, and I think the Blades are going to take a timeout here.
They have 7:22 left to go. So both teams have used their timeouts in the game. Red Deer used theirs after the Blades went up 2-0. 12:36 into the first period. Now here at 12:38 of the third, or 7:22 remaining. The Blades take their 30-second timeout to regroup.
Yeah, and you know, the Blades are a younger team, so see this quite a bit where you just have, and to be honest, there hasn't really been any, but growing pains throughout the season and throughout a game where, I think it was maybe the Everett game where Dan De Silva just said, look, we're a younger team, and that just means you're physically weaker in some cases too, so it's hard to get pucks in behind the Rebels, and especially against a team like Red Deer that have Hunter Mayo and Jace Weir, two 20-year-old defensemen who it's easier said than done to get around.
Yeah, I could dispute the younger team thing, though, by looking at the average age of the two teams tonight, just because of the injuries that Red Deer is going through. The Blades' average age is 18.1 tonight on their 20-man roster, while Red Deer's is 17.8. Rebels win a face-off. Lynn back to the line. Mayo can't find a shooting lane. Lynn does, but it's blocked by Molendyk up high, and Tyler Parr comes away. Right wing at center. In over the line, looking for Molendyk. It's deflected into the corner. Played across by Reich. Molendyk in from the line. Takes a bump from Lind. Molendyk maintains possession. Kicks it forward. Fans looking for a holding penalty on Lind as he had his arms wrapped around him, but none forthcoming.
Prospects.
Couple of Nashville prospects indeed. Picked in consecutive rounds in 2023. Lisowski with a hit onto Lind. Dumped into the Blades' end. Molendyk into his near side corner for Captain Saunderson. Ahead for Lisowski, who had to get it out to neutral ice. Wilkie fires it back into the Blades' end. That rims to the far side. Molendyk with a head fake, got away from Smith. Hansen almost got stripped of it. Molendyk gets it out to center. Backhanded in over the Blades' line by Thurston. Poked towards the goal by Wilkie. Molendyk up the near boards. That gets past Volotovsky down the ice. And this is going to be icing against the Blades, but we're going to get another timeout. 6:13 left to go in the third period. 3-3 Blades and Red Deer. The timeout is brought to you by Sardinia Family Restaurant. Visit Alex and the friendly staff on Idlewild today. You're listening to Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Hi everyone, Sean Robson with Wheaton GM. We are still buying a ton of pre-owned vehicles from the public and want to remind you that if you are thinking of selling your car, truck, van, or SUV, see Wheaton GM first. We will take the hassle out of you trying to sell it privately. You don't have to worry about strangers coming to your home and test driving your vehicle. Leave that to us. It's super easy. Stop in for a visit and leave with a check. Sell your vehicle to the #1 service customer satisfaction GM dealership in Western Canada, Wheaton GM.
WheatonSaskatoon.com. Win amazing prizes with the Breathe and Win raffle in support of Lung, Saskatchewan. Take the trip of your dreams with a cruise to Hawaii, an Irish getaway, or an African adventure. You can also win a trip to see your favorite sports team live, an incredible home entertainment system, and more. The 50-50 jackpot is already over $100,000. Tickets start at $30. Get your tickets before December 6th at breatheandwin.ca or call 1-866-955-6886. Thank you for your support.
Hey Blade City, this is Misha Wolotovsky, number 17 from Calgary. This is Blades Hockey on CJWW.
6 minutes remains in regulation time, a 3-3 tie. Matthew Gard picks his way through neutral ice. Comes in over the Blades line on the near wing, circles the net, knocked off his stick by Saunderson, gets it back to the line. Thurston tees up a shot and scores! That touched something on the way and changed direction. And Red Deer has their first lead of the game at 4-3 with 5:48 left to go in regulation time.
Yeah, and it's the big frame of young Matthew Gard that starts this one. He goes through the neutral zone, takes it wide on the Blades defense, goes all the way around, and Thurston just gets the puck up top and tees it up, and like you said, probably bounced off something, but if you're the Blades wingers there, you want them a lot tighter to the point so that shot doesn't even have a chance to get through. Rebels take the lead.
3 unanswered for Red Deer here in the third period. It was 3-1 Blades after 40 minutes. They played last night and appeared
Red
to be
Deer
fresher.
goal is third goal of the season, scored by number 2, Derek Thurston. The assist to number 9, Matthew Gard. Time of the goal is 14:12.
Thurston getting credit for that goal. His third. Gard with the assist. Not Gardner, but Gard.
They try to do that stand on guard thing in the anthem, but wouldn't have worked out today.
Well, it doesn't work out because he's not the goaltender.
Yeah, well, exactly. If you said it today, you'd be cheering for the Red Deer Guard.
Dumped into the Blades' end. Braden Seatman from behind the net. Blades find themselves behind at home. Seatman slowly now coming out from behind the net. Lead pass deflected at center by Parr into the Red Deer end. Hunter Mayo back. Mayo steps in front of his goal. Looks ahead for Beckett Hamilton, who has one of the goals for Red Deer. Shoots it into the Blades' end off the corner boards. Trey Wilkie hacked it in front. Onto it is Saunderson. Ahead for Parr. Wheeling through center. Left wing Lisowski moves in a shot. And Witzke with a save on the short side. It jumps out in front of the net. Molendyk couldn't get a good strong shot on a skittering puck. Chases it down. Back to the line, Reich. Reich to Saunderson. Saunderson at the left point. Middle of the ice, Reich. Reich for Saunderson, fakes the shot. Then tried to make a move and fanned on it. And Beckett Hamilton with it. And he'll get it out to center. Saunderson with it. Quickly ahead for Parr on the right wing. Parr moves in a shot off the tip of the glove of Woodsky, off the glass and up and out of play with 4:09 left to go in regulation time.
Yeah, and a great pushback shift for the Blades top line as Lazowski got a really good shot off on the initial, maybe a bouncing puck on the 3-on-2 down the left side and worked around a bit. Saunderson and Reich just couldn't quite get a shot off from the point, but back the other way, Parr had a really hard shot on net and it's off the tip of Woodsky's glove.
Face off to Woodsky's left on my broadcast left. Hansen and Gard now into the circle and taking the shot is Calvert, and a stop by Woodsky and he holds on.
Yeah, right off the draw there, Rowan Calvert with his 12 goals on the season tries to get a shot. Just Gard had actually kind of won it, but Calvert was quicker off the hash marks to get it, and Woodsky at the top of his crease stopped it.
Again, a face-off win for the Blades. Back to the line it comes. Siepman leaves it for Klimke. Back to midpoint. Hansen, a shot. Hits traffic and deflects wide. Matthew Gard with it. Gets it to the line and just out. In neutral ice, Klimke flips it to the far boards. Hansen ahead, out of the reach of Calvert. Played by Thurston for Lynn. And Kaylin Lynn gets it into the Blades' end. Siepman for Klimke. Headmans at center for Calvert. On the far wing in over the line, trying to go wide on Mayo. They tie up, and in behind the net, 4-player scrum. Puck squirts free for Matthew Gard. Gard for Carson Burney. Burney to center, achieved the red line, gets it into the Blades' end. McCallum out of the goal, sweeps it, it's picked off, and a big save by McCallum. Coming back, now Burney a shot, McCallum with another stop. Carson Burney twice denied by Ethan McCallum after it was turned over by the Blades netminder at the side of the goal. Saunderson now, headmans for Calvert. At the end of a shift, gets it into the Red Deer end. Lewandowski first into the puck, tying up along with Mayo and Jace Weir. They continue to battle. Cooper Williams now in there to join the fray. Williams up with it. In front for Olsen, goes by him. Saunderson a shot, that's blocked. Good job by both Burney and Dranchak to dive in front of those. Along the far boards, 2:35 left to go in the third period, 4-3 Red Deer. We've got Lewandowski and Olsen in a 4-player scrum along the far boards. Olsen trying to dig it free. It does come loose and then gets back in amongst players. Olsen comes up with it, shovels it back to the line. With it is Saunderson, sends it up the wall and in behind the net. Cooper Williams with it there, being held by Weir. Penalty coming to the Rebels. It's played cross ice. Klimke at the point. His pass deflected out to center. McCallum to the bench, extra attacker on the ice for the Blades. And now Saunderson for Reich, who's on the ice. Stops up in over the blue line. Ben Reich for Lazowski, who's in. Lazowski trying to wheel his way through bodies and stripped to the puck. We get a whistle. 1:57 left to go in regulation time, and the Blades down 1 will have a 6-on-4 opportunity, as you can bet that Ethan McCallum is going to stay on the bench.
Yeah, and we'll see here. The Blades have already used their timeout today as to try to get a quick one in and try to have a little bench discussion. But yeah, behind the net there, Jace Weir just reaches out and grabs the arm of Cooper Williams. And yeah, the Blades will head to the power play here. And I think McCallum might stay in the... I guess he's going.
Advantage collision, man advantage for the Blades. Number 2 on the night, 0 for 1. With 2 shots, or 1 shot on goal. Scrambled draw, dug out, still battling in there for it. Now upended is Parr.
8:03. Weir for holding at 18 minutes 3 seconds.
Siepman for Reich. Reich for Molendyk midpoint. Left wing circle is shot by Siepman, blocked by Thurston. Puck to the near boards. Thurston tying up with Parr. Feuder in there. It comes back to Graydon Siepman. Across for Ben Reich. Calvert and Parr in position. Back door for Parr, and it went through him and comes up the near board. Siepman with it. For Reich a shot. Save made. Rebound. They score! Oh, sure. Tyler Parr. Johnny on the spot. ties it up at 4-4.
Yeah, and you get the look you want. You have a 6-on-4. Puck retrievals are absolutely the most important thing, and the Blades do it a couple times that shift. Eventually, Seatman gets it off the wall, goes across to Ben Reich, who tees it up, and Woodsky kicks out the rebound, and it just bounces over the stick of Thurston and right to Tyler Parr, who ties the game with 1:19 to go.
Tyler Parr with his 11th goal of the season, equaling the 11 he had last year in 66 games. This is his 24th game. A power play goal, his 3rd of the year, and the Blades' 21st power play goal of the season.
Of the season, scored by number 20, Tyler Parr. Assist to number 19, Ben Reich. And number 21, Graydon Seatman. Power play goal at 18:41.
Now in the Rebels' end, it's Volotovsky along the far boards. Leaned into by Samuel Dranchak. Dranchak, the Czech import. Now Lind against Molendyk, and the puck comes out to center. Tanner Molendyk back into his zone. Will use the backboards to get it to Saunderson, and cross ice on the right wing at center is Lucas Hansen feeding it into the Red Deer end. Blades changing up with 35 seconds remaining in regulation time. Looks like a second straight night possibly going to overtime. Not second straight night, but second straight game. Long lead pass off of Seatman's stick down into the Blades' end. Seatman shot it right into the stick of Feuder, who then lost it in the skates of the referee. Played in behind the Blades' net. Klimke to it, to the line. Vluswick can't keep it onside. Fans saying that was offside. Now Parr, 5 seconds left. In over the line, a shot offside called as Lisowski couldn't drag the skate. And now the Rebels take Parr to the inboards. How can you hear that? How can you blame him for taking the shot when you can barely hear because all the referees in the stands are screaming at the referees on the ice?
Yeah, and there's been Blades bench has had a couple things to say about some of the offside calls tonight, and Red definitely had a close one. There's about 15 blue jerseys or 15 refs in blue jerseys on the Blades bench there. So Red Deer got the shot through, and thankfully the Blades were there to cover it up.
1.1 seconds remaining. Face-off in neutral ice, so we're going to overtime. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
And that's it. So we're going to beyond 60 minutes. For the Blades, it'll be the 8th time this season. 4-1 in the 3-on-3 overtime 5-minute session. 1-1 in a shootout. And for the Rebels, this will be the 5th time they go beyond regulation. 1-1 in the 5-minute overtime period, and 0-2 in the shootout.
Yeah, and for the Blades, I kind of actually compare this to the game we saw on Saturday against Swift Current, where unfortunately they had to go down a goal for the urgency to kind of pop back in, as give up the 3 in the 3rd period. But once you go down, and I thought, once Red Deer got that go-ahead goal, the Blades really carried the play for a large portion of the time. And yeah, Tyler Parr gets the goal. I believe it was him, kind of similar. The Blades have this unbeaten streak at home in regulation, and I believe it was Tyler Parr against the Regina Pats earlier on in the year who tied it late as well. And yeah, the unbeaten and regulation streak lives on.
Yes, it'll now be 19 games, regardless of who scores in overtime or in the shootout. Blades are 17-0-1 in their last 18 regular season home games, dating back to March 1st. And that streak will continue. What is on the line, though, is a 3-game winning streak overall for both sides. And the Blades have won 9 straight here in this building.
Yeah, just the lone overtime loss to Everett this year on home ice. And the Silvertips are a pretty good team this year as well. So, yeah, for the Blades, they typically like to start the 2 defensemen, and dependent upon puck possession on the faceoff, they make their decision to either go 2 forwards or stick with the 2 defensemen off that.
Long change here in the overtime again. Chase Woodsky heads off to my right. He's the goaltender for Red Deer. Ethan McCallum heads into the net to my left. It'll be Saunderson and Molendyk and Reich against Lind, Feuder, and Mayo for the Rebels to start. Linesman Justin Primo will drop it in at center. And the Rebels will get first possession as Feuder wins the draw to Hunter Mayo, who has a goal and an assist tonight. For Kalen Lind, who has a goal. On the right wing for Feuder, off his skates into the Blades' far corner. Dug out by Feuder. Saunderson trying to take it away. Lind has it. Now it comes to Feuder on the far side. He'll lose it. Him and Saunderson battle along the far board. Saunderson trying to box him out, can't do so, and now Lind carries it back out to center. Lind carries back in, tried a shot, it was knocked down by Molendyk, puck up the boards. Mayo at the line holds it in. He'll give chase against Saunderson. Mayo knocks it free to the far corner, and he'll backhand it out to center, and Feuder will try his luck there. Mayo's going to head to the bench for a change. Reich's going to change. Thurston comes out for Red Deer. Parr is out for the Blades. Saunderson and Molendyk still out for Saskatoon. Feuder in over the line, drops it back for Derek Thurston. Stripped of it. Here's Molendyk trying to take off. Tanner Molendyk in alone, shoots, saved by Witzke on an overtime opportunity.
Yeah, and you always try to play a high-risk game in overtime, and for the Rebels there, Feuder at the end of a longer shift, him and Thurston just get their signals crossed, and nobody's out skating Tanner Molendyk even after a minute and 8-second shift went to the forehand, but Witzke read it well as Molendyk ended up running out of a bit of room there.
Face off to the right of Witzke, to my broadcast right, far side circle. Cooper Williams out now with Brandon Lazowski and Graydon Seepman. Williams and Gard. Matthew Gard wins the draw. The Rebels get the puck back. Jace Weir is out. Gives it left wing for Carson Burney. And now for Matthew Gard. For Burney on the right wing. Burney stops in over the line. Moves to the middle. Tries a shot off a stick over top of the net. Seepman behind the goal. Comes away with the puck. Dranchak is out on the ice defensively. Here's Seepman going wide. Trying to cut for the net and can't. Dranchak takes him off the puck to the end boards. And Jace Weir with it. Weir to the near boards. Cooper Williams trying to get to the puck, but Dranchak beats him to it. And Red Deer maintains possession. Samuel Dranchak as Molendyk comes out with Parr and Lazowski. Jace Weir at his blue line, backing up. 20-year-old veteran gives to Dranchak. Weir from Coldstream, BC with the puck again. Gives it off to Dranchak. Dranchak up the near wing. Mayo on the ice. Lind on the ice again. Sent through for Lind, and a 2-on-1. Backdoor, Mayo shot. Oh my goodness, what a save made by Ethan McCallum with the left pad.
Yeah, and Lind feeds Hunter Mayo down the right side. It's a 2-on-1 down low. Parr's aware of Mayo backside, just lets it pass through, and McCallum gets there. He slides across, a good push off the post, and not sure where that one ends up kind of sticking, almost on the inside of the right pad coming across, and
yeah,
it covers
the
up.
Right pad as he digs it out of there. Face off to his left, to my broadcast left, far side circle. Reich and Feuder for the face off. Reich and Calvert and Molendyk. Face off, win by the Blades, and here comes Calvert away with Reich. 2-on-1. Calvert in, tried to go across. Good job, Mayo, to block it. Feuder turns it over. Here's Reich. It's in his skates. He couldn't take the pass cleanly as he was alone. And Hunter Mayo up with the puck for the Rebels. 2.5 left to go in the overtime, halfway through the fourth period. 3-on-3 hockey. Mayo comes away. Right wing Jackson Feuder. Feuder to center, to the Blades line and over. Going wide on Molendyk. Puts on the brakes along the near boards. Molendyk going to knock it off his stick and come away. 2-on-1. Now there's people back. Molendyk maintains possession. In the middle, Calvert backhand threw it over top of the net as he was in alone. Now good job there on the far boards by the Rebels, and Burney boxed out a man. Here comes Derek Thurston in over the Blades line. Knocked down by Molendyk. Now along the far boards again. Molendyk runs into the linesman. Penalty coming up. Interference is going to be the call on the Rebels on Carson Burney with 1:47 left to go in overtime. The Blades are going to get a power play in the overtime period.
Well, it's just unfair, really. Like, Molendyk, that's almost his third-ish breakaway of the overtime period, and right there, Carson Burney, you talk about a good penalty to take. He loses the puck on the boards, but if he doesn't grab Molendyk there, interfere with him, Molendyk's in on another breakaway, so Blades are going to try to take their time here as you want Molendyk on the ice, obviously, but 3 forwards and a defenseman.
Hansen, Lisowski, Parr, and Seatman. Gard to take the face-off against Hansen, controlled by the Blades. Parr back to the line, Seatman.
Red Deer penalty to number 15, Carson Burney.
Seatman a shot, save made, rebound, trickles wide of the goal.
Burney for interference at 3 minutes, 13 seconds.
Seatman at midpoint. Left wing circle. Tyler Parr for Seatman. No shooting lane. Parr a shot, hits traffic and got through. Wutzke with a save. Hansen back to the line. Seatman has to hustle up. Backhands to the end boards. Weir to it, trying to shoot it out. Held in by Seatman. 1:15 left to go in the overtime. Shot Seatman, hit the crossbar. It comes to Lisowski, jumped over his stick. Seatman again with it. Moving to the middle. Fans on his pass. Maintains possession. For Lisowski. Seatman. Lisowski. Trying to move to the middle. Across Parr. In front. Hansen. Backhand feed. And it goes off a body over top of the net. Hansen in front, in behind the net. Gets it over to Lisowski. Across Parr. Parr to the middle, a shot. And that goes off of a body in front, up into the netting and out of play with 44.8 seconds left to go in the overtime period.
Yeah, and it's a great looking power play there for the Blades. It's a 4-on-3, so you can be so much lower at the points than you would be on a 5-on-4. The best chance, great, and Seaman there, and did a great job getting that shot through, ripping it right off the crossbar. And couple of chances as Lisowski with some shots, Parr with some shots, and Chase Wutzke had to make a couple of good saves there.
Now Calvert against Lind in the circle. Lind tried to shoot it out, didn't do so. Molendyk at midpoint. Left wing Reich. Reich going wide on Thurston. Still with it. Midpoint Molendyk. Circle. Lisowski shot right on. Save made. And the rebound is dribbled out to center by Jace Weir. 25 seconds left to go in the overtime. Molendyk races back in on the left wing. Feeds it back to Ben Reich. Reich will leave it for Lisowski, who will skate onto it. Lisowski for Molendyk. Molendyk, Reich, one-timer, and he didn't get it. Peeled it off wide. Lisowski back. Here's Molendyk for Reich, a shot blocked by Weir. 5 seconds left in the overtime. Molendyk, Lisowski, toe drag shot. It was blocked up by Thurston. Thurston to the sideboards. Lisowski to the net at the buzzer. And we're heading for a shootout for the second straight game here at SaskTel Center.
Yeah, and in the minute 47 the Blades had on the power play there, Red Deer cleared the zone just one time and changed it up a bit there as a couple one-timers. I would have liked to see the Blades maybe fake a one-timer because Jace Weir just selling out on the one-timer. Blocked a couple shots, but easier said than done to do that. And yeah, we'll see if the Blades want to shoot first or second. And I didn't know this, Les. We had never broadcasted a shootout game together at home.
Oh.
I was told that somebody said it was their last shootout at home was 21-22 or something like that. So
that could be.
I had never actually called a shootout until
last
weekend, and now I get to call back to back.
There you go. Pre-con limited shot clock in the overtime was 5-1 in favor of the Blades. 4 of those shots coming on that 4-on-3 power play. And for the game, 65 minutes worth on the pre-con limited shot clock. The Blades with a 33-27 edge over the Red Deer Rebels. Again, we are going to a shootout. This will be the third one for the Blades. They're 1-1. This will be the second shootout for Ethan McCallum as a member of the Blades. He took part in the shootout in Victoria back in the second game of the Blades road trip back on November 3rd. He stopped 3 of 4 shots that night, but there was only 1 goal scored that night, and it was by Victoria, and they ended up winning. Coming from behind, the Blades had a 4-1 lead that night with 11 minutes left, and Victoria came back, forced overtime in the shootout, and ended up winning it in the shootout.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if the Blades maybe switch up their shooters a bit. You mentioned the 1 for 7 this year. I think Tyler Parr is probably a guarantee after the winner in Swift Current, but such a finicky thing, right?
Yeah. And then on Red Deer's side, they've been in 2 shootouts, lost them both. Rhett Stozer was the goaltender for them in one of them. Chase Wutzke was the other one. He gave up 2 goals on 2 attempts. in the game he played in and went to a shootout. But there's been 4 shooters for Red Deer, and none of them have scored in a shootout. Matthew Gard, Samuel Dranchak, Steven Staranka, and Jet Larson, who's not available.
Yeah, and I'd assume Kalen Lind has the goal in this game as well. And yeah, the Rebels goaltending, they've had a lot go through there. I remember the playoffs last year, and when Witzke got hurt, every other one of the regular goalies was hurt too. So
yeah,
called on Taylor Tabashnik, who's not even on their team, and then Peyton Shore, who they just called up because they traded Red Stozier too. So it's Chase Witzke, the Minnesota Wild prospect in net.
And it is, from the looks of it, going to be Red Deer shooting first.
Looks like Kalen Lind's ready to go here.
So Kalen Lind, who has not taken a shootout attempt this year, mostly because this is only his 6th game, has a goal in the game. He's a second-round pick of the Nashville Predators in 2023 out of Shaunavon, Saskatchewan. Left-hand shooting, Kalen Lind. Most in the crowd of 3,332 booing. Lind moves wide left, comes in, shoots, and a save made by McCallum.
Yeah, good stop there for McCallum. Lind goes down the left side and tries to drag it and shoot across the body, and McCallum didn't bite on anything.
David Lewandowski gets a shot in the shootout. Left-hand shooting. Forward, takes the puck at center. He's going to move in. Lewandowski shot and tried to cheeky one, delaying, and Witzke kept the right pad down and stopped him.
Yeah, I think he wanted to go 5-0 there, but Witzke didn't bite either.
Jackson Feuder out now for the Rebels to take the shot. Left-handed shooting 18-year-old out of Cold Lake, Alberta. He starts wide left, moves in, into the middle, shot and scores.
That's the exact same move Kalen Lind did. Feuder just got a little wider with it and ripped it past the low glove.
Here's Brandon Lazowski, who amazingly for his career is 0 for 7 in the shootout, 0 for 2 this season. Here comes the 20-year-old Blade, left-hand shot in on Witzke. Lazowski dekes to the forehand and ran out of room as he is stopped by Witzke, and now the Rebels have a chance to finish it here with Trey Wilkie, the Saskatoon product, 18-year-old. Left-hand shot, and again he'll move wide to the left, come back into the middle, shoots, glove saved by McCallum. Blades are still alive.
I've never seen that before. 3 times for Red Deer, the exact same move 3 times, and we have to remember too, they would have seen Ethan McCallum a lot more in Medicine Hat too.
Tyler Parr is in now, scored the shootout winner back on Saturday. Need him here, he's a right-hand shot, comes to the near side. Almost lost it. Going to move right in. Shoots and scores! We're heading to round 4. Boy, I don't know. Did Witzke get kind of surprised by the stumble?
It probably helped him that he lost the puck, and Witzke probably saw the move from Saturday, and Park sneaks a 5-hole.
Beckett Hamilton, who scored earlier, 16-year-old Saskatoon product, right-hand shot. Moving in, trying to deke. Pad save by McCallum. So now the Blades have a chance to win, and it's going to be Graydon Seepman, Blade defenseman, getting a chance. He's 0 for 1 in his WHL career on the shootout. He's a right-handed shot, goes wide to the far side, moves in a shot, and Witzke with an arm save. So we're off to round 5 of the shootout.
Yeah, Seaman going in there down the right side and tried to sneak it upstairs, but couldn't.
Matthew Gard in now for the Red Deer Rebels. Has taken a penalty shot shootout situation this year. He's a left-hand shot. He's going to come to the near side like Hamilton did. Moves to the middle, shoots and scores. So now again the Blades need a goal to extend the shootout here in round 5, and it's going to be Ben Reich. Reich with a goal earlier tonight that made it 2-0. Now they need him here. He's 0 for 2 on the season, 0 for 3 in his WHL career. Reich, left-hand shot, moving in a shot at the goal post. And the Rebels have won 5-4 in a shootout over the Saskatoon Blades. Rebels have won 4 straight. The Blades 3-game winning streak comes to an end, as does their 9-game home ice winning streak come to an end here this evening.
Yeah, it's too bad for Ethan McCallum as Blades just get the 1 goal in the shootout, and not the best night for the Blades, and when it gets to the shootout, you can't really do a whole lot about it. And I thought Ethan McCallum showed well in his first game in a long time too, and the Rebels are starting to catch some fire here.
They certainly are. With that victory, they'll keep pace with Swift Current with 31 points each, and actually tied now with Medicine Hat and move ahead of Calgary. As the Eastern Conference is crazy tight. The Blades get a point, they get up to 37 points, which means they're 6 points ahead of everybody in the conference and division standings. 5-4 in a shootout tonight for Red Deer over Saskatoon. Stand by, the post-game show coming your way next. From the Backstage Lounge, you're listening to Saskatoon Blades Hockey on CJWW.
Could you be the key to...